Hello, I'm back. Just got done with one stream, now to another. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Patreon stream. Probably should have did it last night, but I wanted to watch the Chris Rock thing, and I wanted to, and then right after that, I mean, it didn't end till almost 9 o'clock, so yeah, there's that, and then I was just kind of like beat from the day and everything, so I pushed it to tonight. So hopefully people will want to show up. I see RJ in there, said he can't pop in, so I've already sent the link over too. So this might be a very short stream for a Sunday night. It might be. So all right. Let's see here. So yeah, RJ, appreciate the support. Anyways, yo, what's happening? It was good. Chris Rock is the GOAT. How'd you like it? How'd you like it, Cortez? Huh? Did you like it at least? Good question. How often do you do? I do these once a month. Try to do these once a month. Yeah. Sometimes, things get in the way, but yeah, we did it a month ago. Now we're doing it again. So, yeah. What's going on, Draga? Okay. Very quick. Hopefully. What's going on, Jason? Loved it. Good. Yeah, like I didn't do like a full-on review of Creed 3. Like I thought about it, but then I was like, I'm not gonna do a full review, but yeah. So, but I felt like I did feel like there was they cut it down to just under 2 hours. There's some chunks in the middle that were missing for sure. All right, no problem, Stephanie. Thanks for joining in for a little bit. Like I said, I should have did this yesterday. Where it's not on a Sunday night. So, yeah, next time I'll definitely do it on a Saturday. It just, like I said, I really wanted to watch that thing, so I thought, I was like, just that Chris Rock thing was right when I would normally want to do it. So I just really wanted to watch that. So, yum, salsa. Women's Day? There's a Women's Day? I thought every day was Women's Day. Just kidding. Let's see. Yeah, just got finished with fantastic. What's going on, Lane? How's it going, buddy? Always good to see you. But yeah, next time I'll definitely do it on a Saturday. So stuck meal prep. See, even Brian can't make it. See, yeah, meal prep. So yeah, like I said, next time I'll do it on a Saturday. I'll make sure to do it on a Saturday because I don't know who can actually make it tonight on a Sunday. So I feel kind of bad. That I pushed it to Sunday. I've done it on Sunday before though, and I thought maybe it'd be okay, but nobody shows up, then we'll just have a short stream of me just talking. Yeah, but I need to do another giveaway. Brian actually got a pair of Superman shoes. He got a pair of Superman shoes because I drew some names out of the hat. So so he got the Superman shoes, and I'll probably do it again. What's going on, Mike? Good to see you. Yeah, they might be. Back. Yes, you're back. Guess who's back? It's good times. Oh. Yeah, is this the Patreon? Yes, this is the Patreon stream. Yes. So we're just seeing if anybody's going to show up. I know it's on Sunday, and I'm like, yeah, it's probably a little bit more difficult. Sorry. It's Chris Rock's fault. He had to put it at 7 o'clock last night. If it was like later, but then I'm Pacific time, so couldn't do that. Yeah, like the stream, do all that. Hopefully you're enjoying the shoes, Brian. I wear mine on occasion, although it's been really rainy and stuff like that. I don't want to wear them in the rain, but I've worn them. They're comfy. They're definitely comfy. Shaq shoes. So, but yeah. When it comes to what we got, what do we got this week when it comes to movies? 65's coming out. I think Scream 6 comes out too, right? Scream 6 come out also this week. I'm going to watch 65. That's just me. I'm going to watch 65 instead. Maybe I didn't post the right one. Hold on. Did I post the wrong? Oh, it didn't publish. That's why. Hello. Well, my bad there, guys. I thought I published the link, but I did not hit the publish button. So, all right, now the link is there. Jeez. My bad, my bad, my bad. So, if you're going to join, the link is now on the Patreon to join. I don't know if that was the reason, but yeah. So sorry about that. There you go. Okay, good. It's all there. All right, just making sure. Sheesh. I'm trying to. Yeah, it's been a bit, Drea. I know you joined the Patreon stream too, which, again, I appreciate the support, all the support that you give. Especially always being that always promoting people, posting and encouraging people to hit the like, thumbs up. Always good. So, but yeah, we got, I think, so I'm not going to probably see Scream 6. I'll see 65 instead. Is that what's coming out? I don't even know where my phone is. Where is my phone? I have no idea where my phone is. Oh, well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to 65, not really Scream 6, even though I've been hearing good things. Some people have seen it, critics and whatnot, then they are raving about it, which it is a fresh. They're freshening up that franchise a little bit by getting out of that town, which I always forget what the town of Scream is, and then of course going over to New York City, which is great. It's just So Saggy says she wants to come on. She's not a Patreon. She's like part of the vodka stream crowd. I've heard bad things. You've heard bad things about 65. That's no bueno. All right. Hopefully, did I post the right link? Let me double check and make sure that this is the right link. I might be on a good one here tonight. Swear I'm not hammered. This is only this is my second beer. Let's see. Let me make sure, because I might have posted. No, not that. Ah, crap. Can't even. Hold on. Let me see here. Make sure. Is it the right link? Let's see. Yep. It should be the link. Okay. Get at it. Whoa. There we go. All right. Just making sure because sometimes I've done that too, especially when I had 2 StreamYard links. So, well. I'm sure the fellows. It's all good. It's all good. Like I said, I should have done this last night. So, like I said, the next time I have a free Saturday, we'll do it instead. But we got Philip showing up. All right, we do got Mr. Phil. What is happening, sir?
Good, man. How's it been? How's it going?
It's been pretty good. I like that Joker poster you got back there.
Oh, yeah, I like that one. I like the 2 I've got hanging over my TV.
Let's see if I can... Yeah. Especially since we got those new Joker images that were all this weekend. That's cool. I like that. Yeah.
That's signed by Neil Adams, actually.
Is it really? Oh, there you go. Yeah, I see the signature right there. That's pretty sweet. And
of course,
the BBS poster. Yeah, God. Remember when those posters came out? Everybody was just like, oh. I remember I had to go. I was at the hardware store.
Oh, wow.
I never go to a hardware store. I hardly go to but I had to go to a hardware store for some reason. And then those posters were released. I remember my phone started blowing up and I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, such an awesome. Those are awesome.
Was that simultaneously with the first trailer? Those posters?
I don't know.
Maybe a little bit after.
Yeah, I don't know when I just remember it was during the week.
Yeah.
And I had to go to the hardware store to get something. I think I was hanging up something and I needed something. I don't know. But I just remember getting seeing my phone blow up and going why are people messaging me? And then got home and sure enough, it was like, oh my God, those posters. Magical.
Yeah.
But and then of course with the Joker, I mean, we've been getting all those Joker images that showed up today.
Oh yeah. I saw that. I did manage to see that picture of Joaquin and next to a doppelganger. I don't know.
Okay. So I'm thinking that maybe that's going to be in his head. That's not a real it's his persona, his Joker persona.
Oh.
And of course they need a stand-in. And
Yeah.
maybe I don't know. We haven't looked on his face. Maybe there could be dots or something. I don't know. I was kind of, because we see Joaquin Phoenix, and he's wearing like his crappy clothes, and his
His
makeup is all
makeup's
messed up.
right.
And then you got the Joker person right next to him. That's all it's got the red
Jokerized.
suit. Yeah. So I'm just kind of
Yeah.
going, is he gonna have like this like in his ear? I don't know. It's intriguing. Definitely
Well,
intriguing.
wouldn't that be interesting, right? Like, wouldn't it be some kind of wacky Fight Club-ish scenario where it's Arthur Fleck, but he's having this internal conversation with like this other persona, and
Yeah.
what if it's one of the other actors? I remember someone got cast in a super important but undisclosed role. What if it's it? Because I don't know that who that other person
Yeah.
is underneath the makeup, right? I don't think anyone has any
Nobody
idea.
has.
But it
Yeah.
would be a pretty interesting idea to have it be from that oh, it's being told from I'm battling with myself ish kind of storytelling. But if the twist would be I'm not saying it's going to be like Fight Club, but just the idea, if that's what this is, that's kind of the
Mhm.
idea that comes to mind for me, is like if it is two Jokers of something like that. I think there were even rumors even before this movie even started that there was going to be like an
Mm.
imposter,
Mm,
you
yeah.
know?
Somebody actually, I remember there was like a theory that people were talking about. I think I even did like a cut it out when I talked about our Film Junkie Live. That that when somebody was going, wow, it wouldn't be awesome if Willem Dafoe ended up being like
That'd
a
be sick.
Joker. Yeah, because everybody's cast him like crazy, and then he goes like, yeah, what if like it was something where you just had doppelganger Jokers and blah blah blah, something like that. I don't know. It's so there's going to be a lot of theories when it comes to this, but I mean, yeah,
I
just seeing
know
the
Brennan
images,
Gleeson got cast in a role in this.
did he?
Yeah, I
Brendan
remember a while back.
Gleeson.
Brennan
Brendan
Gleeson
Gleeson.
from Colin
Yes,
Farrell, Banshees of
yes.
Inisherin. Yeah.
I always get it. I'm always I always think of him or his son Donald
Oh
Gleason.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was
You're
watching
right. Yeah.
Star Wars earlier, and of course he was Hux. But yeah, that's right.
Oh,
He
for me,
did.
it's Harry Potter. Both of them it's Harry
Oh
Potter.
yeah, yeah. See, I never got into the Harry Potters. Just never. It was not my bag.
You know, I can say that about Lord of the Rings to some extent.
Yeah, I'm like that
So
with Lord of the Rings.
I get it,
Yeah.
and like it's Harry Potter. That just kind of goes way back. I had a one of my elementary school's teachers. He was very imaginative, creative growing up, so he latched on to Harry Potter very quickly, and that it kind of reverberated to me in some way. And we even managed to see the second film. Me, my dad, and him got together and saw the Chamber of Secrets together. I've actually seen all of those films on or around opening weekend.
Mm.
Um, I am a bigger fan of the books than I am the films. I like the fourth film. I think is probably the best one in my humble opinion. I mean, people would probably say Chamber of Secrets or Prisoner of Azkaban. I personally think Goblet of Fire is
Mm.
both probably the best book and story. But I know I get it. Magic wizards, not everyone's bag.
It's
And
not.
especially now with everything going on in regards to the creator. Yeah,
True. Yeah, I know there's a lot
mm,
of that, but it's just funny because obviously when that game that came out, and it's just like,
Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and a lot of people were like saying they were going to boycott it, and then they were getting kind of militant when it came to people even wanting to like, well, I'm going to play the game, and it's like, okay, regardless how you feel about the creator of this world and her opinions on things, it's like you still want to play the game. And if that's
Mhm.
the case, let them play the game. Don't think that they're evil for playing a game that they like of this world that a lot of people have worked very hard on. And then the thing made a bunch of people are playing that game. So it's like, you just gotta you gotta separate. You gotta separate sometimes if you
And
don't agree.
I think it's pretty easy to separate in this case
Yeah,
because, how much of a creative hand did J.K. Rowling have in the creation of
exactly,
this game, right? And
exactly.
it's not like a comic book written by someone who you don't necessarily appreciate or like anymore or
Yeah,
don't like because of,
we're talking to
other.
you, Jeff Johns. Sorry, go ahead.
Hey, you knew what I was getting at, but hey,
Yeah,
I
I was gonna. Yeah, I just flat out said it. I should have
yeah.
just went like, that guy with the ball cap.
Basically, but or even more so like separation from art and artists, like Joss Whedon for
Yeah.
another example, right? Like, look at all the heinous shit he's done, not only just on Buffy, but along with Justice League.
Exactly. Well, even on the Batman the Animated, I brought up The Usual Suspects, and we both
Okay,
Scott and I were like, "It's a great movie, regardless of we got Kevin Spacey in
right?
there, and then it was directed by Bryan Singer, and it's like, ooh, it's a little bit of a double whammy when it comes to real life stuff in those two. So, but you could still appreciate like that movie is, it's a pretty excellent movie. So you just got to separate it. And like you said, it's like, how much involvement did she have with that?
With making the video game, right?
So many other people involved in making that thing, and it's like,
I mean, let's make it a little more personal. Look at how many fans of Batman there are that can look at Bob Kane and be like, yeah, you're kind of an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean,
and like stuff that you've heard, and how like, Bill Finger was like the guy. He was the guy, and he took the credit, and you just kind of go, yeah. But at the same time, yeah, we still love the character so much. And
exactly.
Even though like, Bob King's name's always going to be attached to it, at least they added Bill Finger. Thank God they started doing that, which I think the first time they added it to live action was actually BVS, which I thought was pretty cool.
In film, yes. Yeah. Television was Gotham.
Yeah, Gotham was television.
Because Gotham was 2014. I think that deal with the Finger, or not the estate, but his, oh damn it, it's his granddaughter, I think, is when they managed to finally put that set into stone and give Bill Finger the credit where credit was due in regards to Batman. It was around like 2013, 2014.
Oh, okay. There, yeah.
Maybe 2015. I don't
know. It's something. I just remember that was announced, and then it was announced that BVS was going to be the first
film.
Yeah, right. The first film that was going to have his name created, Batman created by, and it was going to see that, which obviously we all cheered for. And there was even, I just remember when people were like, wait, what? And it's like, oh yeah, there's some things you could look at where it's like, yeah, Bob Kane just kind of, you should see Bob Kane's original idea of Batman.
Oh my gosh.
So bad. So bad.
It was a concept. Definitely.
Yeah, it definitely was a concept that needed somebody to come in there and go, no.
Let me clean this up.
Let's actually make it look like a Batman.
Yeah. And I really like there's a piece of art that always floats around on the internet. You see like Bill Finger and Bob Kane, like it's art of them, right? And you got Bob Kane, and he's like got a pencil, and it's him dreaming up his kind of lame ass version of Batman, and then it's got Bill Finger on the other side, and the big dream is like everything that we know and love about Batman, and that's like, yeah, that's it.
I've seen that art, and it's magnificent.
It's beautiful. Yep.
It's absolutely beautiful. Whoever drew that, it nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. But speaking of Batman, obviously a lot of talk about Brave and the Bold, and I mean, the Batman talk. I mean, there's a lot of Batman talk that's happening right now. Well, obviously it's a year anniversary for the Batman, which fantastic. God damn.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, it was yesterday. It was funny too, because I was like, wait a minute. I looked at my first reaction. I'm like, I saw it on March 1st. I totally forgot that there was those advanced screenings that happened for AMC, I think it was. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. So I saw it on a Tuesday or whatever the hell it was.
I saw it like the 28th of February.
Did you?
Like,
you saw it early. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. I saw it March 1st. So
okay,
maybe it was March 1st.
It might have been March 1st. It was, yeah, you know what? It might have been March 1st.
Yeah, because they were doing those advanced screenings. And I remember I jumped on that real quick.
As did I.
Yeah. So, but then I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. But yeah, so we got, I mean, I was hoping that, hey, Matt Reeves, can you give us anything? I mean, obviously he tweeted out a picture of like it premiering at some theater, I forgot, and he goes, 1 year ago today, plenty more coming, which I thought sweet. And then I also said, in your face, Mr. Ben Everts, because on the vodka stream he thought there's only going to be one more Batman movie, but there was three bats. Reeves put 3 bats like in his thing, so it's like trilogy. I know, but Ben was on a good one on Friday, which I loved because he was he was drinking those White Claws and tequila, and he was so there was some he was pushing back on things and putting out those, and I was like good, but I was like, there's no way that it's not going to be a trilogy. In fact, I even said that I think the Batman 2 and 3 are going to be one big, huge freaking story. To be honest, I think
that's a possibility.
I mean, obviously, the whole thing's going to be one big, giant story because if you think about the Penguin, that's going to be taking place shortly after what happened in the Batman.
Bingo, and it's going to lead right into part 2.
Yeah, so I mean, it's going to be one. Yeah,
it's funny you mentioned It's funny you mentioned the Penguin because Clancy Brown just recently got cast as
great
Maroni.
Yes,
Boss Man Maroni, and me personally, that's like a wish list check mark because personally, when you think about stuff that has been done as far as Batman and live action, like we've now seen like a serialized version of a Riddler that's serious and dark and gritty, and we've seen Two-Face done a couple different ways, but we haven't seen Two-Face done in the way that's pretty concrete to how it happened in The Long Halloween.
Yeah.
And I think since Matt Reeves is bringing Maroni in and he's going to be a recurring character, I'm just like, okay, well, if he survives this, then he could have a part in part 2. I'm just like, please cast Harvey Dent for this or Batman part 2 and just
it's happening.
I hope so. I certainly hope so.
There's just, I don't know. There's just no way that it doesn't. There's no way that it doesn't. I mean, it just seems like it's just all the pieces are aligning. And, the fact that this is so much based on Long Halloween, it's just, I can't see him not doing that. And it's going to be interesting to see what villains he does too. That was something else we talked about because, I think one of the reasons why Ben was saying that he was pushing back against that there would be more the Batman movies, more Reeves Batman. It's just because they're going to be selling 2 different Batmen now, because with Brave and the Bold. And I was just kind of going like, yeah, but they can. I think they can because it's Batman, for shit's sake. Yeah, I mean, let's face it, they're selling all kinds of Spider-Man for they've been Sony fucking. I mean, we got this. We got Madam Web coming out and shit too. It's like there's so much Spider-Man still.
This is true. Across the Spider-Verse, and now there's even talk of a rumored Batman Beyond animated film, which personally, I think without Kevin Conroy, that movie doesn't happen, no matter what.
You bring up a good point because that was brought up a while. I remember,
it was rumored in December. Around December is when I saw the rumor.
But it was also rumored. It was rumored by some of the Scoopsy daisies. While ago, it was like probably almost. It had to be over 4 years ago because I remember when I was living at my previous place. I remember reading it that it was like somebody posted that they wanted to do a Batman version of Into the
Spider-Verse, right?
Yeah, and I thought, well, that'd be a cool idea. That'd be sweet, and of course. Just like a lot of things that the old regime, come to fruition because God knows what exactly they were trying to do. But they said it's still on the table. And I'm like, I mean, I would not be against it, but you bring up a good point. Going to be hard to take a Batman Beyond, animated film and not hear that Kevin Conroy voice, man. That's
especially like that Kevin Conroy Bruce Wayne voice that should go hand in hand with Terry McGinnis. And it's like, I don't know how that happens, number one, but also like, I understand the idea, right? Like I understand you wanting a Batman and having it be your Into the Spider-Verse and have it be that for you in an animated form in some rival capacity. Cause you know how these things go. Right.
Yeah.
But I think Batman Beyond is the easy one to do it. But at the same time, it's only easy because Justice League Unlimited made it so easy with time travel. But it's like, sure, that worked for that story. How do you take that character that's only works in the future and try and make it a multiverse? You know what I'm saying? Like you have to do something really, really clever to do something with Terry McGinnis and have it be a multiverse story. I think.
Yeah.
Personally, I think the best route to go down personally would be to have to do the Dark Knights of Metal.
Interesting. Okay.
Like you bring them in, but then that would also open up, a multiverse where you could bring in other animated versions of Batman that have been done before to accompany Terry, or maybe, even do a twist on it, make it, Dark Knights Beyond metal. I don't know.
Yeah.
Pretty wicked, right?
I mean,
like the Batman Who Laughs, but has like a Batman Beyond twist to it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't think it's actually going to happen. It just seems like it's something that's like, I don't know who put it out there exactly. I just remember seeing it this weekend, and I'm not even going to, like, who knows? I mean, yeah, it's all again. I mean, it sounded like a good idea at the time, but even at the time, like 4 or 5 years ago, it was just like, okay, but you're just kind of like it when it comes to Into the Spider-Verse. It's like it really works, it really works with what was going on over there. I'm like, you're gonna take a Batman Beyond, which we all wanted to see a live action Batman Beyond, and just an actual Batman Beyond. Obviously, that's probably not gonna. I don't know if that's going to happen now. I mean, who knows if Keaton would be down to like do something. I mean, I know that everybody's choice for an old Bruce would be Keaton, even though I would think that even if you were to go like, years from now and Ben Affleck would, grizzle him up a little bit, and you can make him look older than he is. Cause let's face it, the guy's still looking good at 50, but you grizzle him up to make him, as of age, and maybe they could do something there, but then who knows? I don't know if he'd want to do that, or everything's so up in the air with Ben Affleck. Pardon the pun. I know he's got a movie called Air coming out.
Oh, yeah. That actually looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm actually really looking forward to that.
Yeah, but yeah. So when we were talking about Batman versus Brave and the Bold, it was like when it comes to Batman. I mean, obviously you're going to have fantastical characters, and
yes.
Yeah, that's the thing is that's the difficult part about what Matt Reeves is doing, because even he flipped it from what Nolan was doing, and I always talk about Kevin Smith's tweet that he read that he said that Nolan brought Batman to the real world. Reeves is bringing the real world into Batman, which I thought that was a good description, because it's like, you watch that, it's like, he made. I mean, you look at those Gotham City shots, you're like, God damn, that's Gotham City right there. It's like, but there's just, and it's somewhat fantastical in a sense, but it's so gritty where you're just like, okay, but it's, it's grounded. It's grounded, but there's already you already have these main villains already that are already there and established, like the main four. You got your Riddler, Catwoman, Penguin, and Joker already,
right?
And it's like, all right, so how do you pull off like a Mr. Freeze or a Clayface or something like that? So that was one of the things we were discussing, and I'm like, I would think that Reeves can really do the whole, Court of Owls thing for sure.
I think that's possible.
And I think it's already been teased, and I'm like, and then when it comes to Ra's al Ghul, like somebody actually asked me, like, would you think like he would actually bring Reeves would bring in a Ra's al Ghul? I'm like, no, that's gonna be 100% Brave and the Bold. If you have Damien and League of Assassins and
bingo,
you can't have that over here. You gotta have that over here. So
I think characters like Man Bat, Killer Croc, characters that are super on the fantastical side, like a Clayface, maybe. I mean, Reeves did. There was that Boris Kit piece that came out a while ago that mentioned, Professor Pig, Scarecrow, and Clayface as being villain movies that Reeves wanted to do. But I 100% think now that James Gunn has a grasp on DC. I think villains like that are going to go in the DCU.
Yeah, and that's
to even think about. Again, to kind of reinforce that a little bit, going back to the Flash trailer, or even that TV spot that had all those bat suits, right?
So good.
But there's that one suit that's next to the one with the goggles that has wings behind it, and I'm just like, what could have Keaton's Batman possibly needed that suit to go up against? And I'm just thinking to myself, well, he went up against a dude who fell in a vat of chemicals and came out bleached white with green hair. He went up against a clown, and then he went up against the Penguin. Just what if he went up against a man who had experimented on himself and became Man Bat?
I would not put it past. See, that's what I'm kind of wondering too. If is the Flash going to tap into? I mean, that scene might just be something that we just see, and there's no time. I mean, I would want I would want Barry to be in that scene and be
I'm curious. I want it to be almost like the 89 sequence where you've got Knox and Vicky Vale like kind of walking around and like looking at all the different suits, and then he kind of creeps in and just goes, "Oh, well, I got this one here." No,
Yeah.
it's going to be kind of reverse because we see the long hair, we see him touch the picture, and then it opens up, and then you see him walk in. I'm kind of with you because I want Barry to walk in and be like, "What are all these for?"
Yeah, exactly.
And then he just like kind of points out each one and just goes, I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen.
I know. I think it's probably just going to be a scene that we just see that, and it's just Easter eggs because it's like, but hey, we got Brian showing up right now. What's going on, sir?
Not much, man. How you all doing tonight?
Great.
Doing good. How about you?
Doing good. Decided to ditch the meal prep. This is more important.
There you go.
I'll do that later in the week. Whatever.
Oh, I gotta ask though, like what do you prep in those meals?
All right. So it turns out to be 6 meals a day.
Very cool.
Okay.
The first meal it's 4 cups of egg whites, 2 whole eggs, and some Ezekiel toast. The next meal is oatmeal and a protein shake. The next meal is 5 ounces of chicken breast, 150 grams of rice.
Wow.
Take your pick veggie.
Nice.
The next meal is a lean meat, 5 ounces again. Potatoes and take your pick veggie. And then 5 is again 5 ounces chicken breast, rice, veggies. And then the final meal of the night is usually fish, asparagus, and something else. I can't remember what's in it, but yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Wow. Do you ever get like, okay, so you prep that all for like the week?
For the whole week, yeah.
The whole week.
Well, 5 days out of the week. Weekends, I usually just kick back and do whatever because I'm so busy doing yard work and housework that it breaks down to me eating every 2 hours. So if I get involved in something, I don't necessarily want to stop and then go eat and then go back to it. I just find myself just continuing to work in the yard or whatever. Anyway.
Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah, because like, it's like I usually eat the same things throughout the week, like during the week, but I don't prep. I just make them, but I don't, I don't think I have the on Sunday to try to like prep out that stuff. I see when people do that and I'm like, I can't do that. I'm like, I'm sitting on the couch and just like chilling because I hate that Monday is going to be coming here soon.
The first time I did it, it took me like 4.5 hours.
Jeez.
Because I wasn't being smart about it. I wasn't cook multiple things together, and then you just, when it's all done, put it aside, keep putting stuff aside as it's done, and then you just weigh everything out. And it comes out so much quicker. I've got it down to about an hour and 45 minutes now.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, so it's not bad.
Yeah, not too bad. But hey, eating healthy.
Hard
to do nowadays. Yeah, hard to do. But no, we were just talking some Batman right now, and hopefully you're enjoying the Superman shoes.
Yeah, man, good stuff. They're a hair big, but free shoes. I'm not gonna complain. I mean, come on.
Exactly. I mean, I got hit up and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna send you some of these shoes." I'm like, "Cool." And then I got like 5 boxes sent to my house. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, and I know I'm going to do some more giveaways too. I'm just because I have sweatshirts also. And and then I got some other shoes to give away. So probably do another Patreon and some other stuff with members and then just regular stuff. Yeah.
How did you come across that whole deal? Did Reebok reached out to you and said, "Hey, you got an audience," and
some dude on Instagram who works with him just DM'd me and said, "Hey, we got this DC line. We'd like for you to have some. If you're down, you can do giveaways, you do whatever, and blah, blah, blah. And we'll send you just send over the address." And I went, all right. And then we emailed back and forth. And sure enough, like with it, and it was funny too, because right before I got them sent, I saw Liz Wonder post about the Wonder Woman Reeboks. Like her and Addie, they did a little picture photo shoot with those Wonder Woman shoes, and I went, oh, and I hit her up. I'm like, hey, I got some coming my way too. And I was like, did you get like, are you, how many did you get? Did you, and she's like, oh, they just sent me the Wonder Woman shoes. I'm like, oh, well, apparently they're sending me all of them. And sure enough, they did. And I'm like going, fuck, I got like boxes. So I'm like, all right, so I got to start, giving those out. I mean, obviously I'm keeping some for myself, but yeah, they were just like, and the guy just told me, do whatever, just as long as you're not saying that we're sponsoring you. I'm like, yeah, don't worry, I get it. He's like, yeah, just give it away. They're your shoes now. So, and then of course,
So
they
you
gave
got
me sweatshirts too.
So it's totally like a personal favor from James Gunn, right?
Yes, that's what it is. 100%.
being on the payroll and all, right?
Yeah, I'm totally. I'm his guy.
So you got the Superman shoes, and then what else was there? Wasn't there a pair of Joker?
Yeah, there's Joker shoes. There's Harley shoes. Those are the Harley ones are girl shoes, of course. And then Wonder Woman shoes are unisex. And then of course nice. I got Lex Luthor shoes. There's actually Lex Luthor shoes, and then I got a pair of Batman shoes. They only gave me Batman shoes for me. They didn't give me like the other ones. They gave me like multiple stuff to like give away. But yeah, I think that was pretty much it. But like the Batman shoes are comfy, but they have like his and I have like a thing that I want to do that I'm gonna eventually do. But like on the laces, they have like his gauntlet like style, like the the little on the gauntlet on the shoelaces. It looks weird, and I'm like, I'll wear these. I'm gonna have to take that off though. If I wear these in public, because they look ridiculous with it on it, it just looks really wonky. Like, but if I take those off, I'm like, yeah, I'll wear these in public, but not with that thing on, because they were really trying to go for that gauntlet look on the shoelaces, and it didn't work. But the other ones look fine. Although the Lex Luthor shoes are like gray and green, like his exoskeleton kind of, or exo suit, whatever the hell, his looks like kryptonite kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've worn those, and because those were the first ones to show up, and I was like, wow, these are interesting. So yeah, I mean, they're not the greatest looking things, but the Superman shoes when those came in, I was like, these were pretty sweet.
Yeah, those look really good.
Yeah.
I've always wanted Shaq Attack. Yeah. I've always wanted to be the sneaker guy.
Yeah.
And I just could never do it. And I worked at several different shoe stores when I was younger, so I saw all these cool things come in, and I had my option to get all Jordans whenever we would do launches and stuff like that, and I couldn't pull the trigger. I couldn't do it because they're so damn expensive.
Yeah, they are.
But and it's funny because the day before I won the lottery, the drawing, I was actually in Foot Locker in their House of Hoops, which is all their basketball stuff, and I was looking at buying a pair of Jordans and looking at the LeBrons, and I'm like, I don't want to buy LeBrons. I'm a Jordan fan, this, that, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I almost picked up some Shaqs because I saw that they were selling them there. Nice. And something made me put them down. I was like, no, just walk out, leave the store. They're too damn much money. $150, $180, something like that.
Yeah, that's expensive.
Yeah, I just walked out angry because I wanted a pair, and then I ended up getting those from you. So thank you very much.
They worked out. Yeah.
It worked out.
It's pretty rad.
Shoes, yeah. Those were my favorites out of all the ones that were sent. Because they reminded me of like Marty's shoes in Back to the Future Part 2, the power laces. They kind of like have
there you go.
Yeah, because they're like that high top type kind of shoes. So I thought it felt like I was wearing Marty's shoes. And they're pretty comfy too. They're pretty damn comfy as well. But I'm just like, man, when I put them on, I'm like, man, I haven't worn high tops like this since fucking elementary school. I don't know. Like, I remember because like when I was a kid, I would wear high tops. I mean, that was the thing, and then you get into junior high and high school, and I was like, got into all the skater scene. So I was wearing nothing but fucking skater shoes for like most of the time when it came to junior high and high school.
Vans,
and then even
DCs.
now. Yeah, I was wearing Vans, DCs, Cyrus, all those shoes.
Etnies, I wore Audio, I wore Lakai, I wore Supra. Dude, I've probably worn every America. I've worn a lot of skate shoes. S's, yeah. I used to skate. I used to skate a lot, so that I used to go through shoes like no one's business. It was I've skated Circa. I've skated a lot of different shoes.
Yeah. God, yeah. I remember I used to get that catalog, the CCS catalog.
Oh, yep.
shoes and the boards and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was always and I had a blind board, which I love that board. I
Those
love
are
that
fun.
board with the little freaking Grim Reaper. It was
Yeah,
blue and
yeah.
had the Grim Reaper dude on it. Yeah, I love that board. And yeah, I loved how you could put put it all together, all the different pieces together, like the trucks and the wheels and everything. And I remember, and then I destroyed that board.
Oh, you know,
doing shit.
I
break it
have
in
a
half.
board.
Yeah.
I have a board. Hold on.
Okay. But yeah, I remember destroying that board, and just because, even it was so beautiful, but then all of a sudden you're trying to do tricks, and your board just gets messed up. Let's see what board you have.
Let's see here.
Okay,
Automated telemachine, ATM.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's like an 8.2. It's pretty wide. It's also got
That is
anime
pretty
eyes there on
wide.
the grip tape.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, the good old days. You still skateboard? I take it. I
Oh
see
yeah.
you post on Twitter sometimes that you.
Yeah. Every now and again I'll get out there, but my knee's starting to really just show its age. It's it'll pop certain ways. It'll feel really strained when I sit down. So it's starting to get up there, and it's getting harder to do stuff,
Right.
So yeah, but I do ride every now and again. I still kickflip. I can still ollie. I can still pop shove. I can still do a bunch of other shit. Not like I used to or anything, but yeah.
Scarier now.
It is very scary. It is super scary. Yeah.
Yeah, you just know, because especially I'm even watching some of that shit on, just nowadays. I'm like, God damn. I remember I used to watch videos like that all the time, go to the skate park. So I remember when I being in that world, and the first time that you go to a skate park to drop in onto a ramp, that's the scariest thing, because that's so. I remember it was like with my friends when we were starting to skate, we would just, obviously be on the sidewalk, streets, whatever. But man, you get to an actual skate park and do that first drop-in thing. Yeah, you're falling on your ass about 10 times before you realize how to distribute that weight. Holy shit. But once you do, it's the funnest thing in the fucking world.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of difference between skating vert in a skate park, across the pipes and the rails and the half pipes and stuff, and then skating specifically on the street and just sticking to tricks or manuals or just sticking to rails and curves and stuff. It's a navigation. I mean, I grew up starting out skating vert, going to a skate park, but then I eventually just kind of migrated over to the street and really learning different tricks. When I was at my height, I could do I was skating nollie and switch a lot too. But started going to college, found a job.
Adult things.
Yeah, the adult things, they happen.
Freaking adulting.
Yeah.
But anyways, we got off on a skateboarder
Super
skating
tangent there.
Tangent right
Shoe
there.
tangent.
A shoe tangent. Yeah. No, but we were just talking about some Batman stuff, and with everything that's the rumors and all this stuff. And I even saw, somebody, it's just, I hate it when people post that stuff. Obviously it's like the Scoopy people that post that, the cryptic tweets, and they're saying they're hearing stuff about what, James Gunn, either things that are involved with some of the first chapter 1 things, or who he's getting involved with it. But I mean, the main thing is, I mean, we already heard about the Ben Affleck thing, and then of course they might actually happen. And I mean, I don't know how you guys are feeling about Ben Affleck directing Brave and the Bold.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Bring him in. I have no problem with it.
Yeah.
Let him put his spin on it from a different angle. I mean, he was the actor. Now let him direct it, and let's see what he does with it. I don't like it when people get all upset with the whole Ben shouldn't direct. He needs to act again, and put him back in the bat suit because he's everybody's favorite.
I'm right there with you. That's bullshit.
It's a different spin on a different character. They're all fictional characters anyway. So just take it as you get it, and let him direct 100%.
I mean, I'm with Brian. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. I mean, it's Ben Affleck making a fucking Batman movie. Like, what more could you not want out of that? I don't really see. And if it were to happen, if it does happen, you can already see that subsect of that fandom just having an absolute fucking meltdown. Number one, you can also see, all the haters of Ben Affleck's Batman just being kind of flabbergasted, maybe not knowing what to do with themselves, but they're probably going to be hypercritical of it
Oh, of course.
more than likely.
100%.
And then, you've got, sensible people who are just kind of open to anything. And, especially when it comes to like how James Gunn is going to handle the DC universe as it is, you already see his hands in Creature Commando. He's going to have his blueprint all over maybe the Authority. I don't know, but Superman Legacy, like he might direct that movie too. Like that is a very real possibility that a lot of people are just going to have to like GTF over. Like it's going to happen. And with Batman, Brave and the Bold, if Ben Affleck does it, that would be really cool. Want to know why it would be really cool? Because then at that point, he would also get to choose his successor of who gets to put on the cape and cowl after him.
Yeah, that's something too. Probably, yeah. But then one of the things I brought up too was like during last week was, do you think that I mean, obviously James Gunn has read his Batman script. Do you think one of the reasons why that he and maybe when they had that meeting, they're like, this is a good script. This is a good script, man. And we would actually like to bring some elements into it because, again, going back to the whole fact that there's Damian, there's going to be a League of Assassins. And if you go back to some of the Batman, I mean, there's some Deathstroke elements into it. I mean, so maybe there would be some elements that they could pull from that script, as much as we wanted to see what was happening there. And we don't know a bunch of details. We know that Deathstroke was going to be fucking with Bruce like crazy, and then there was Batgirl was involved. We don't know if there was any kind of Damian in Ben Affleck's script, but assuming that there wasn't, maybe elements that were going to be involved in that story that even had Batgirl could be tweaked to a Damian type thing, or I don't know. I'm just wondering, like, if that was part of why James Gunn would want him to direct this Batman movie is because of what went into that script. So I don't know. Thoughts on that?
It's a strong possibility. I mean, Affleck is one to, kind of in a similar way that Zack Snyder is, he kind of shoots what he writes or what he draws. And it wouldn't surprise me in the least to see him come back. And hopefully, for a long time, when it was rumored that when it was revealed that James Gunn had said, I've spoke to Ben about directing a project, that was the last one I thought he would want to do, for obvious reasons, right?
Yeah.
But like when it came right to it, I thought he could probably do a pretty kick-ass Authority movie.
True. I even thought maybe even Superman Legacy, he could probably pull that off too if he wanted to. But I mean,
I agree.
there's a lot of pressure going on to that movie, though, for sure.
I saw him going into Legacy more than I saw Brave and the Bold, but
yeah,
whatever. I mean, it kind of makes sense to me that Gunn is going to direct it after writing it, and that'll be his entry into the DCEU.
I agree. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they put it on the table for Ben. Pick one. What do you want, Brave and the Bold, or do you want Superman?
Yeah, I mean, from what I was hearing, it was like it was kind of like that. It was not just like we want you to do one specific one, but it was just kind of like, hey, we have.
It was
this
really
right here.
like take your pick, huh? Wow.
It was what?
Was it really just kind of like take your pick?
As far as what I've heard, like, again, I always tell you guys, like, take it with a grain of salt from what my friend hears, but he said it was just basically going, because if he were to take Superman Legacy, then James Gunn would absolutely do the Authority. So and it does when you hear how James Gunn talked about the Authority, how it was a passion project. So it's like, I'm just kind of wondering, I mean, even though he's taking on Superman and they probably would want him to direct it, I still have a feeling he's going to direct the Authority, and he wants to get somebody else to direct Superman Legacy because, he's writing it, he's got to approach it. But of course, he's got to be, whoever he brings in, they have to be like really on board with like what they're trying to achieve here, because I mean, there's a lot of pressure going. A new Superman. Oof.
Can we go down that road? If Gunn decides to take the Authority and find somebody to take over Superman Legacy, are we back to taking the typical rumor mill directors, or Steven Spielberg has already agreed to do a DC movie in the past, apparently.
Yeah, the Black
Hawk or something like that. Yeah. No, that's not happening. Not 100%. That's a dead detail. We don't even need to talk about that.
But in my mind, like if it wasn't on that slate, it in any capacity, or if it hasn't been verbally said by anyone in deeply involved with the project, like Constantine 2, it ain't happening.
Yeah. But
That's my sum on it.
the idea of Spielberg coming in and maybe doing,
I could see that.
yeah,
Could you imagine just the hype behind that? I mean,
that's the
that
thing.
would be going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about that too. I mean, it's funny because there was, a couple of weeks ago, Steven Spielberg. There's like articles that said like Steven Spielberg doesn't know what his next movie is going to be, and it was
Saw
just
that.
kind of like, oh, and then people started going like, have him direct Superman Legacy, and it's like, oh, I'm like going, oh, I love it, and I don't. It's just like one of those things where I'm like, it's Steven Spielberg for shit's sake. I mean, yeah,
Right.
and even
Yeah.
saying Steven Spielberg, Superman, whoa. But then I'm going, yeah, but him and John Williams, is he gonna like have a new score? Or is he gonna bring in the John Williams score? Because John Williams has said he will probably just do Steven Spielberg movies until he's dead, I guess, because he's basically retired, but he's gonna. I think there was a report that said that he would only do Spielberg movies, and then we're all just kind of like, okay, because we can't do the nostalgia thing anymore. They've already tried to do that a couple of times with Cavill, and they can't just like, they have to have, if you're gonna have a new Superman, you have to have a new theme. You have to have its own theme. This whole thing of like them trying to still capture the nostalgia factor, it just doesn't work, because when you hear the Elfman scene, Elfman score, you think about Batman 89 and Returns, and you even think about animated series as well, because they utilize that for the opening at least. But other than that, Shirley Walker like went to town on like the whole fucking series and was great. But yeah, so I mean, that's the only thing I would worry about when it comes to Spielberg. But yeah, like you said, the buzz on that would be
immense.
Yes,
So-
and that's what they need.
Does John Williams have that in him though? Can he go in and come up with a new raw Superman theme for a new actor, or would he jump back into the Christopher Reeve? I mean, if this guy is an award-winning composer who's got a huge history of making great music, why could he not come in and make a fresh theme for Superman?
And again, this is like entirely on the hypothetical that Steven Spielberg and John Williams come together to make and compose this film. I think if John Williams were to do anything, he may utilize the initial theme that he did in '78, but he might tweak it, make it a little bit more modern, modernize it. I don't know.
Or they just might not even use them. I mean, he might be like, no, I already did it once. I know I said I'd only do movies for him, and maybe he just wouldn't want to do it. Yeah.
I just see it as there's no way that when he was making that movie with Christopher Reeve, he didn't have 2 or 3 options that he could have gone with. And, meeting after meeting after meeting, they decide this is the one we're going to use. And that's become the famous one that everybody knows. Yeah. And there was 2 and 3 on the table, which could have been just as good, but they just decided on this one version for whatever reason.
I think if James Gunn is smart, he'd want to utilize a different Superman theme entirely and just make it his own, because John Williams and Christopher Reeve have theirs. Henry Cavill, Hans Zimmer, Zack Snyder have theirs. It's only fair that whoever makes Superman Legacy gets their own time, and it's only fair that they get their time to showcase what they're made of and do something different. I would hope they do something different, because honestly, I get why it's so damn popular, but I'm just kind of tired of it. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of hearing it. There's the whole Williams theme and everything. Like, I'm not trying to be cynical about it. It's just tired, because when you see it like a Henry Cavill version of that character, but then you hear that theme, it doesn't resonate the same way.
It just doesn't blend. Yeah.
I mean, it was better in Black Adam, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
It would be a hard selling point on another composer. You can score the whole movie, but you can't do the Superman thing.
Yeah.
You can't
We're going to use John Williams.
Yeah. I mean,
they wouldn't get anybody to say yes to that.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, they can't. They really cannot do that. And there's a lot riding on this Superman movie too, which is crazy. Because obviously, I mean, they
kind of need it to be a success.
Yeah, they really, really do. If they're going to have any chance with this new DCU, and I'm hoping it's not too. I mean, it's gonna hopefully. I mean, one of the things that happened earlier this week too is with James Gunn was responding to somebody on Twitter, calling him a liar, saying that you said you wouldn't take on Superman or the DC studios, and then he clarified, well, I took on the Squad at first because I didn't want to do Superman,
Yep.
and then all of a sudden he goes, well, then after I figured out, oh shit, I know how we could what we could do. And I like that he said that, because then I'm like, all right, good, because something he at first he was like, nope, I'm gonna go over here. This is my bag. This is what I like over here. These Misfits, R-rated. That's me. Not gonna touch Soups. And then all of a sudden, I guess something clicked eventually. Maybe he was in the shower, he was taking a shit. Who knows? But, you know, it might have just been something where it's just like, oh, because obviously you got to have the tropes of Superman. You got to have, we all know that you got to have certain things, but you got to have something's got to be fresh, though. You can't just do what everybody else has been doing. You got to have something to it. And hopefully he did figure it out. But who knows?
As long as he doesn't shoehorn saving a cat from a tree.
Or have Jimmy Olsen spout dick and fart jokes. That's my only worry. Just don't have him do that if you're gonna use Jimmy Olsen. Please, no dick and fart jokes.
No, I think we're clear of that. I hope so. There's no way that they're gonna put this much pressure and hope that a dick and fart joke works. There's no way. They're gonna play it so conservative on this.
I definitely just say that more out of jest. Like Ray Flightcast and I go back and forth about stuff like this all the time.
Yeah.
What? Ray goes back and forth? What?
Oh, well, occasionally, yeah. I write into his hexagon, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but it's just the fact that he said that, I went, okay, cool. So something grabbed him, which was cool. And then of course he even said that he didn't want to take the job of the DC Studios head because then he wouldn't be able to do as much creative stuff. So then when they proposed, hey, we'll have somebody else do the business stuff. And I was like, all right, see, I like that he clarified that. And, you know, I don't know, like when it comes to James Gunn and how he responds on Twitter, I don't know if like it's carefully coordinated or it's off the cuff. I'm just like, you know, I do think he should pick his battles when it comes to certain things, but
I agree.
I do like the fact that he brings out stuff like this, like defending himself because people are like, you're a liar about this. And then he clarifies it. And then it just actually instills a little hope into me. It's like, okay, you didn't want to touch Superman at first. And then all of a sudden something happened or, you know, came to you, you were talking to people about it and you figured out, oh, I think I can do this. And then of course, wanting to be a creative person as well, more than the business side, because he is a filmmaker. Yes. Which, you know, when it was announced, I was like, all right, James Gunn wouldn't have been my first choice, but I get it. He's very knowledgeable on the books. All right, let's go ahead and let's see what he's got. So,
and then having Safran with him, it's a perfect checks and balances, in my opinion, because you have a creative, and he's just going to go full bore on. You know, who's to say he's not going to make something that's totally out of budget? And Safran's kind of the brakes. Hold on, give me a second. Does this make business sense to your creative sense? It's perfect.
Yeah, I think it was smart for them to do something like that. But we got somebody coming from the land down under. What's going on, Mr. Draga?
Hey, Dave. Hey, Phil. Hey, Brian. How are we all doing today?
We're doing pretty good. Pretty good. I know. I'm gonna put on a tank top and match you guys.
It is so hot outside. It is like 36 degrees outside.
You have summertime happening right now.
Yeah, it is so hot. Like I could like. Oh,
I know it's cold.
I'd rather be where you are right now. Wait, which city do you live in, Dave?
I live in Southern California, so close to Los Angeles, about an hour or so out. But it's been freaking cold. Like it gets down into the frosty levels at night, man.
Yes, it does.
And we had some storms come in and just blasted us. I got snow here for like 30 minutes. That was the most I've ever seen snow here.
We had some storm. We had a storm like last week. It was like going down hard. Like the rain. It was like rain like thunder every time.
I'm glad you clarified the rain was going down hard. Anyways,
I'm glad. I'm so glad I wasn't the only one thinking the same thing.
Oh man. But we got some royalty that's going to be showing up right now too. Saggy is
Uh-oh.
joining the.
Okay.
Watch out!
Hello. I came on for Phil. Sorry.
Oh,
Saggy, turn on the camera.
Not for me.
Why does everyone want my camera on? Listen, my avatar is beautiful. She's the most beautiful. I can't be as gorgeous as her.
Come on now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, she's beautiful.
You don't want to wear
Yeah,
a tank
look at her.
top like these guys over here?
Yeah, Mr. Well, who's complaining about cold?
I was.
Yeah, we already know how I felt about. Oh my God, there's a kitty! Oh, look at the kitty! Oh, it's such a cute
there
kitty.
is.
Sorry. Yeah, there is a kitty. Oh wow, I love how the cat came over to play with the thing, and then she's like, "Okay, I'm busted. I'm
Over
leaving." Right? She's like, "I'm over it." So, yeah, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Fantastic.
hey, okay.
Sunday, it's whatever.
Saggy, you're in Boston, right?
I am.
So how cold are you right now?
It's not too bad. I mean, it's still pretty nippy, but it's getting warmer, which is nice. I'm waiting for it to just randomly snow because out in New England, our weather is very, I call it bipolar because it really is. Because like one day it'll be sunny, it'll be in the 60s, and the next day it's snowing, and we're just like, what is happening? And as it gets closer to spring, it usually is like, all right, you guys think that it's been cold, huh? We're gonna just give you a blizzard before spring starts. So it's been snowing on and off, actually.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
funny too. Speaking of bipolar, I mean, like the weather here, like especially in my apartment, there'll be times where I have to have the heater on in the morning and then the AC on in the afternoon. It's just like, yeah.
Oh
it's
my
not
God. I have
fun.
the AC on all the time.
I'm
it's
sure.
getting ridiculous.
It's hot,
My dad hates it when it happens. He's like, turn it fucking off.
It's because he has to pay for it.
Yeah,
Good point,
pretty
good
much.
point, good point.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I just can't wait for spring because we have nice springs here. So it's like the perfect temperature weather. So you can like go outside without a jacket on and be completely comfortable, not too hot, not too cold. And then summer hits and we're like, oh.
We actually got 4 inches of snow on Monday, and then by Wednesday it was 70 degrees.
Yeah, Arizona.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, well,
Yeah.
obviously. Arizona.
In Arizona. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
Jeez.
It was weird. Like the weather was weird in this southwestern portion of the country. Because like I said, it snowed here for about 30 minutes. And I'm like, I've never seen it snow like this since I've been in this apartment. And I've been here for over 4 years. I'm like, there's been times where it's like teased, like, oh, is something happening? And then it's just like, nah, now it's raining. Ah, shit.
Nope.
But then it actually was like coming down, like, whoa, that's interesting.
So question, who's excited for Shazam 2?
I'm gonna watch it.
Don't all
I'll watch
say
it.
it at once.
I'm about a 7.5 out of 8. I'll watch it again. I'd like to see where it goes.
I'm actually, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, because my favorite actress ever, Rachel Zegler, is in the movie. So,
Yeah,
I'm going just to see her.
Yeah, the fun police. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the best thing ever.
That was pretty funny.
Hey, you know what? I was just going.
She should come on the vodka stream.
Yeah, maybe it'll happen.
Axel, yeah, that'd be
She should.
great.
She'd be like, "Oh, so Dave, yeah, I remember you."
I see Phil game and I see the fingers. I know a gamer. What are you playing?
Oh, Pokemon Emerald.
Pokemon Emerald.
Yeah,
I haven't played them good. I haven't played Pokemon since.
I'm playing it on my Game Boy Player.
Wow, GameCube.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Very
I have it on my
specific.
TV, and I've got the stream up here on my camera. So yeah.
At least he still has a GameCube. I made the decision of giving mine to my sister, and then she never played it.
That's a mistake.
I know.
GameCube didn't really like take off like 64 did. Huh?
What?
Not really,
What do you mean?
No.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What do you mean, Phil?
It didn't.
I wish
Everybody
I
had
love
a
my-
Nintendo 64.
Oh, I love my GameCube, but
Yeah.
I would say that the N64 was far more popular.
Oh, way more.
Wait, really? Because I remember GameCube had the best remakes. They had the Metal Gear Solid remake, and then they had the Resident Evil first
They had
remake, which
Metroid
was amazing.
Prime.
Right.
Actually,
But
the remaster just happened a couple weeks
But
ago.
did it have GoldenEye?
That, my friend. Yes, there you go.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. 64 had GoldenEye, which was
Yeah.
like,
And
Yeah,
that
I
just
will say
came
that-
onto and that
Took over.
just came on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
The Nintendo
The Switch.
64. The Nintendo 64 was the first console that made you really like lose friendships.
This is
Because they had
Kart or game
Mario
Party.
Kart. Yep, and GoldenEye. Oh my god, I used to be so
And
angry
GoldenEye,
at
yeah.
my friends with
Conker's
the
Bad Fur
GoldenEye.
Day.
Oh my god, I'd be yes.
I remember one time my buddy spent the night and we just like slept out in the living room, and then we decided to start playing GoldenEye probably at like 10 o'clock in the morning. Before we knew it, it was like 6 o'clock at night, and we hadn't eaten. We were just playing versus mode the whole time, and we just lost track of time. And he's like, "Dude, I gotta go home." Yeah, it's like fuck. It was crazy, but yeah,
I know that feeling all too well.
All right, you got to take off, Phil.
I do, yeah. I unfortunately have to work tomorrow.
Shaggy's here, right?
I
know,
did a
I'm
quick
sorry.
stream. I was trying to just get a quick stream out while I was waiting, and then I went a little longer than expected. I was reacting to the Chris Rock thing.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
so
yeah.
sorry. But yeah, I gotta take.
What
off.
even
I
is
gotta-
happening with this Chris Rock thing? Is he
Well,
still
let's
pitching on them?
let Phil like make his exit first.
Oh, yeah,
before we
true.
I
talk about
appreciate that, Dave. I do appreciate you sending out the link and taking time to talk. It's been fun.
Yeah, no
you know,
problem, man.
it's always fun chatting Batman with you.
Always fun, and thank you for the support, man. Appreciate it.
Always much
Yeah.
much love. Take care, guys.
Bye, Phil.
All right.
So the Chris Rock thing, Chris Rock dropped a special a couple days ago where
No, it
he
wasn't on a
basically
couple of days ago.
It was just
Was
yesterday,
was
wasn't
it?
It was last night.
Oh, was it last night?
Yeah,
Oh, snap. I thought it was a couple days ago. But either
No,
way,
no. it was
the-
live last night on Netflix.
Oh,
Live.
I didn't see it. I thought it was a few days ago. But either way, he just dropped a special, as Dave said last night, and he finally, like, I wouldn't say finally because he has addressed the Will Smith slap before, but like this time he like really went in on what
Not on
happened
this
in
level.
his field. Yeah, he
end-
really
he ended the whole special with the freaking yeah. I like how he led into it too. He led into it beautifully. Because he was joking about how beautiful Beyonce is, how she's just so goddamn gorgeous. He goes, Beyonce is so beautiful that if she was working at Burger King, Jay-Z would still marry her. And then he goes, but if Jay-Z was working at Burger King, and then everybody just goes, and then it goes, yeah, there ain't no fucking way he's getting Beyonce. It was just like that whole thing. And then he goes, and that's not a slam on Jay-Z. I don't need another rapper mad at me. And then he went right into it.
Oh, he went in. I was just reacting to that, and I was just like, there were points of that where I'm like he messed up his own joke. He was actually mad.
I felt bad for that. I felt bad when he stumbled on because he misnamed the movies. And he even said, like, oh, I fucked up the joke. And I went, oh, that's what sucks about this live stream and shit. Yeah, you've been practicing this and all. And then all of a sudden you can't edit that out. And I went, man, that's probably going to eat at him for a little bit.
Clip it out.
Right, but he picked it back up. He picked it back up. And he still was able
he's
to
a pro.
do the joke. Yeah,
Yeah, he's a pro. So he just kept flowing. But I just know that just like, oh, that probably is going to be like, oh, damn it. I messed up.
That's going to hurt in the morning.
Yeah, he might have been.
I think I'll be fine because everyone's mostly focused on his rant about Will Smith, anyways. No one's gonna care about
everyone
that
has
misstep.
forgotten about it. Everyone's forgotten about the slap.
No, nobody has forgotten about
Well,
it.
I
Trust me,
mean,
it's still
I-
like, listen, you know what's sad is, you know how people have not forgotten about it is because they always bring it up with when the Flash stuff started being talked about. Dave, I know you've seen it. How many times have people said, so Ezra could do this and Will Smith can slap somebody? They still bring up Will Smith, even with DC stuff, they still bring up Will Smith.
Stuff is dumb.
Yeah.
No, it's dumb, but I think it's just you feel bad for Will Smith because even Chris Rock during the bit, he still showed respect to Will Smith and said how much he's respected him in the past and all the stuff. He loves his movies, said all this stuff. I think he actually gave the business to Jada a little bit, like this fucking bitch, I just loved how he was just like, she brought him onto a show and he goes, and like basically was like, we've all been cheated on. Imagine like the person that cheated on you was like, hey, I cheated on you with a dog stuck. How do you feel? Like that was so fucked up. I mean, my God.
Yeah.
To put him on the spot like that. And now that's a meme. How many times have you seen Will Smith with teary eyes at that table? How, How many times
Yeah,
have you seen that as a
yeah.
meme?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. He laid into Will pretty good. He must have called him a
Yeah.
bitch like 15 times.
Well, he was saying that other people were calling him a bitch. And I think that was a crafty way of like, hey, you're a bitch. But he was saying like so and so, was saying you're a bitch and you're a bitch and you're a bitch, and then he slaps me. It's like that was pretty funny. I was like,
Well, I think right. I think not the best thing, but the thing about that, because like I said, I did a stream before that, before I came on, is that I think people really don't understand, because people in my chat started arguing about like, oh, who was in the wrong. I'm like, let's be real. Let's just call it what it is. That slap was not a personal attack on Chris Rock. That was Will Smith finally reaching his breaking point of the years of ridicule. Right, like it was literally, selective outrage. That's what it was. It was like everybody had been giving the Smith family a hard time throughout the decades, and that was just the camel that broke the back. It was just like smack. This is for all the people, and
it's the straw that broke the camel's back, not the camels that broke the back.
Listen, the camel broke the back. Axel, the camel broke its back. That's why it's a hump. It's swollen. That's what it is. A swollen back. That's what the humps are. They're broken backs.
Jesus Christ.
Have you ever seen a camel, Axel?
Well, I have. It's
swollen because it was broken.
It is broken. Is that why?
No,
is that why they have humps?
I'm trying to save myself from getting exposed by Axel.
Is it something that I'm like, no, it stores water, right?
Axel exposed me and I had to cover my ass.
Totally
Axel, how have you been? What are you excited for?
What am I excited for? Well, I did see that new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles preview last night, and they revealed the cast. Like Jackie Chan's gonna be in it. Like
Jackie Chan is Splinter. I was like,
yeah. I was like, I feel like that should have happened already, but
yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, but I think I'm excited for it. And the animation, even though we didn't see much of it, looks pretty cool. So yeah,
the logos look really cool. Yeah, they dumped it all on the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards, which congratulations Dwayne Johnson for winning for Black Adam.
Wait, really?
Yeah, yes. he did.
Yes.
He did.
What?
Yeah.
Yes. How much do you pay them to mention Black
Kids are
Adam?
dumb.
How?
It's just what happens. But we also got Eric joining in right now. What's going on?
Hey,
yeah. A lot of things are just dumped as sudden news announcements out of the blue. For example, yesterday, I was thinking of doing the Patreon stream tonight, but no, I'm going to do it tomorrow.
All right.
Poke the bear.
Okay. So go ahead, say more stuff, Eric. I can kick you out if you want me to.
No. But I'm just saying that because there's no time of preparation, I checked the things whoa, he's doing a Patreon stream right now. So I was like, okay, well, as far as the drinks, because I always bring something to the Patreon stream, I got water.
Well, I mean, I found before class was ending because it's 40 minutes away from me. Well, it's I took a train here. I was like, oh shit, Dave's going live on a Patreon stream. Hell yeah! And then I was
I was busy doing Fallout 4. Yeah, I was busy playing Fallout 4, and I was like, what the heck? Okay, I guess we're doing it.
Well, I apologize. Sorry, my bad.
Well, I don't know.
I'm like, I'm the one.
Well, I will say this.
I will ask you next time, Eric, to a week in advance.
Yeah, I gotcha. But I'm just saying. I will say this though. Aside from before me showing up, I noticed that we have a mostly non-regular group today.
Why are you calling these guys non-regular?
I mean, not the regulars.
First he comes in and criticizes me, now he's criticizing you guys.
I'm not criticizing you guys. I'm saying it's a good thing that the folks that usually are not part of the Patreon stream lineup are here today. It's a nice little special occasion.
Yeah, we got some tank tops in here now, man. We got some arms, some shoulders.
That's what happens when it's.
Plus, it's like I've said before, it's not a sausage fest. Now we've got two ladies. I love it.
Two ladies. Two ladies. Did you say two ladies?
Yes, he said.
But who was he referring to as the other lady?
Hey, me, I got the obvious beard.
Yeah,
Eric, don't answer that. The joke was perfect where it was. Let them figure out who the other lady is.
leave it ambiguous.
Yeah.
Good one, Eric. Good one. That was good. Oh man, that was good.
Ooh, came in swinging. By the way, Drago, what's on your hat?
Oh, it says directed by Zack Snyder.
Okay, okay.
I gotcha.
Is that from what's his name? Or did you make that?
No, I just found it online. I was like, oh damn, this is cool.
Yeah, because I remember there was like somebody, what's his name? Fuck, I can't remember his name right now. Who used to write for, I think he writes for Screen right now, but he used to write for Joe Blow. He was making shirts like that had like, you know, directed by Zack Snyder, directed by Quentin Tarantino in like the fonts that they usually kind of use. So I wonder if it came from him.
It was right by Quentin Tarantino.
I always get confused sometimes with Dave, with your logo, like with that animated, that like little cartoon version of you like holding the drink and stuff with Joe Blow. I always get confused.
Yeah, it kind of looks Joe Blow.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone's actually mentioned.
Well, I mean, like Max Batsy Max, whatever. I don't know what he goes by now. He's like, yeah, Super Batsy. That's right. He made that for me like years ago, like few years, probably about 3 years ago. He just like, hey, I made this, and it was just like, all right, well, there's my Vodka Stream logo. Thanks. I was like, that's cool.
What did the original one? The one that's in the top right corner? Was that?
I did that one. Yeah. I was working on a place and I used AutoCAD and I just I referenced those bit emojis or whatever the hell. I referenced I created one for myself and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna use that and just have no face and the glasses, and that's gonna be the logo.
You like the question
hair. Yeah, exactly.
So James Gunn, this is your question.
So speaking of Screen Rants, you know what's funny that you mentioned Screen Rants is I found a mistake that Screen Rants made in an article that I was looking up, written for way back when our RIPD2 came out. Because I remember I saw RIPD when it first released, and then I watched Netflix where RIPD came out, the second one, and I watched it and I was very confused because it's been so long since I saw RIPD and I didn't understand. But I was like, wait a minute. This is not a sequel, it's a prequel about the cowboy character. And in Screen Rants, when I was looking up just to confirm, like, wait, is that the same Roy from the first one? I was reading the article, I was like, wait, Screen Rants got it wrong, because when they wrote about RIPD2, they were like, the actor who played Roy in the first one is nowhere to be seen, and it's weird because he's supposed to be the cowboy lawman. I was like, yes, because this is a prequel about his story when he first died. And I was like, how did they get that wrong?
Wow.
But Screen Rants actually messed up that article.
Yeah. And yet they called it RIPD 2. I mean, wouldn't they have like another title like to emphasize that this is not a sequel? Because when you say 2, people automatically think it happens after. But
RIPD Origins, yeah.
Right, but that's the thing. I understood that's why I was confused. And when I went back to watch, I was like, wait, it's not the sequel. It's a prequel based on the cowboy character for when he first died. And we got to see his story from when he started as a RIPD officer, which was really interesting. And now I can go back and rewatch it and be like, now I get it. Because I didn't really like it at first because I didn't understand that it was a prequel about the cowboy character played by a different actor because he's younger. And now I'm like, I got to go back and watch that whole movie again.
Isn't like the first one with Jeff Bridges and Ryan Reynolds?
Yes.
Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
It would be the first time. It would be. Yeah, I mean, like it was kind of funny how for that little period, like after a couple the 2 Coen Brothers movies that he did Big Lebowski and he did True Grit. And then he started doing these movies that just did not catch on. He did RIPD and he did Seventh Son, where it was like, you are the seventh.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Seventh son.
Yeah.
And I will say this, at the very least, when I looked at the marketing for RIPD at concept, seventh son of the seventh son. So apparently the seventh son of the seventh son of a family is the chosen one. I'm like, that's very selective.
I mean, the seventh son was okay.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah,
we got an echo.
Sure it's I'm sure it's enjoyable. It's just that whole concept. I just could not make head or tails of it.
Who's got the echo?
Hello? I think it's Eric. Because when he talks, there's no echo.
Can you hear me now?
Hold on. Is it go? Yeah, it's Eric.
Yeah, it's Eric. Because when he was talking, there was no feedback.
Yeah.
Stream on the phone too.
God, I saw that.
Wow.
Wonder why Whoa. Anyways, but I know Brian, you said you had to leave right now.
Yeah, I gotta bounce. I gotta be up early. So you guys have a good night.
All right, thanks for
Bye,
joining.
Brian.
Thanks for supporting
Bye.
all that stuff. Appreciate that. Enjoy those shoes. All
like
right,
those
let's
shoes.
see.
So yeah.
All right, is it working now? No, it's not.
What?
It's still echoing.
You serious?
No, I'm lying to you.
Dave, you know I'm
I know.
No,
but
it really is echoing.
It really is echoing.
I'm not lying to you. It's echoing. You guys all hear it, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, it is echoing. I hear it. I hear myself. Now
I hear myself too.
Wee.
Yikes.
All right, I'm muting you right now, man. Just try to come back in, maybe. There you go.
Whoa. Wow.
I know. We got
then
really
there was
close right now.
3.
Yeah, you got come back in and.
But
say
yeah,
that.
but real quick before he comes back, I like the Seventh Son. I actually thought it was a really good day. What the hell was that day?
Nothing.
Oh my goodness. No, I like the Seventh Son. I thought it was good. I thought that Jeff Briggs was really good in that role. I love him as an actor. I really do. And I think the issue that RIPD had, like, it's a good movie, but it felt way too much like Men in Black. It was way too much like Men in Black.
Yeah, well, I don't even know. They were really trying to make it Men in Black but the story, everything, there was just, it was, I remember watching it and just going, man, you had these two and can't really do anything, but the concept were there, but but how was the prequel you said you watched? Like, how
I didn't even know that was a prequel.
Yeah, the prequel.
It came out of nowhere. It's Netflix.
Yeah,
really?
the prequel was okay. I didn't realize it because the way it was titled, it was called RIPD 2. So I thought it was a sequel. So when I because I just watched RIPD again, and then I was like, wait a minute, now it makes sense that this is a prequel about Roy's story. And once I realized that, I'm like, okay, it makes sense. It wasn't that bad. They got the guy from friggin' Burn Notice. I forget his name, but he's the main character. He plays Roy, a younger version. And I thought he did Yes. Yes. I thought he did okay. It wasn't bad.
All right, let's see. You good now? I think
well.
we're good now. Yes.
Well, let's see. Are we good?
Hello?
Yeah. Not hearing any echo.
Testing.
Good. Because I suspect either Tet or Jose were sabotaging my audio.
You think that one of those two were how could they sabotage your audio?
I don't know. Look at the chat.
It wasn't Tetsuo.
Tet was enjoying the whole thing.
It was Jose. I put it on Jose, not Tetsuo.
There you go.
Apparently, Jose's he's an audio sabotaging villain. Is that what you're trying to say? No, I don't know. But anyways,
yeah.
So welcome back, Eric.
But I will now getting back to a better note. Like because you're talking about, like, it's funny how, like, this it's marketed as a sequel clearly, but it's not. It's a prequel. And really, that I'm instantly reminded of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. For some reason, Temple of Doom is supposedly set a year before Raiders of the Lost Ark. But when you really think about it, it doesn't make sense. Because remember in Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indy is like this big skeptic over these magical things happening. Like, remember, he says to Marcus, I don't believe in magic, the superstition, hocus pocus. and then in Temple of Doom, and yet Temple of Doom supposedly happened a year before.
That is weird. I always forget about that little part, that little fact about that it's supposed to be taking place before that, and I'm like, I just look at it as whatever. It's just a sequel.
Yeah,
you know, I know a lot of people say it's like the worst sequel. I think it's still a really good sequel, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, like most, I mean, a lot of people would say with a straight face, look, I mean, it wasn't excellent, but it was better than Crystal Skull. But I mean, I don't know, Crystal Skull's okay, but it wasn't classic.
Well, I think I lost it. I went, okay, fuck this movie when I saw Shia LaBeouf swinging on vines with the monkeys.
Yeah.
All right, you guys went a little too far. I don't know what the hell is happening right now. Like, I remember the whole movie theater was like laughing at it, going, what the fuck is this?
So you were okay with the nuke the fridge thing?
I didn't mind that.
Here's the thing. I understood the concept of it because old-time refrigerators had lead in them, so of course, naturally, it would protect you from the nuclear radiation. But the explosion sends the refrigerator flying, and it crashes. Number one, and he's okay.
He would have died. He would have died instantly. Of
course. I mean, it's Harrison Ford, so yeah.
But yeah, it's Harrison Ford. He's
Harrison Ford.
Right.
He gets injured on every set, probably.
Yeah.
He's gonna get injured on like thunderbolts and
Shia LaBeouf. What?
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf. Did you heard about the other movie he did, which was basically a pornography?
Oh, you heard about that? Nympho?
Yeah, that movie.
Yeah, no, they actually had sex in that one.
Yeah, they did. I saw the movie and I was like, because I couldn't believe it. I was like, there's no way it's there's no way they faked that. There's no way. And I was like, Shia LaBeouf is in this. I'm curious. And yes, you do see him in the LaBeouf.
Yes, in the LaBeouf and the lay penetration.
Wow.
I was like, wait a minute, this is real.
I mean, that reminds me of like there was apparently the remake of The Postman Always Rings Twice, the version with Jack Nicholson in it, and isn't it like it's a lot of people watch that scene with him and I believe it's Jessica Lange, I forget, Jennifer Lange, but when they do it on the table. It feels so real. It makes you wonder if they're actually having sex while filming.
Whoa!
It was,
are you hearing that?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. No, we're not. Did you do something on our phone? Because now we're getting that echo again.
I don't think so.
Okay. Test 1 2 3. Yeah, it's echoing again.
Wow.
Are you using your phone?
I've been using my phone for a couple of years.
That's weird. Well, StreamYard's been acting funny lately, anyways. A lot of people have been.
Yeah. We were having trouble tonight with even StreamYard with Scott. I don't know if it's that.
Wow.
Do you have any headphones?
I'll try. I don't know if it'll make any difference, but we'll see.
Yeah, it should. All right, let's get that in there. Okay.
Testing.
Test. I'm doing it.
I have to go to settings.
Yeah.
Select that.
All right. Oof. I'm like, ha.
StreamYard has been acting really annoying lately. Even
well, like I said, like tonight's stream with Scott, he kept on his feed kept on going like, choppy, pixely. He had to exit probably about 4 or 5 times. So I'm not sure if it's something like that with the phone. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with because I've been having issues with
Test. All right, we're good now.
Yeah, because it was on default before, but I changed it to speakerphone, and it's okay.
Yeah. And then Draga comes in and just
Oh, yeah, I thought I was muted.
What are you eating?
Yeah.
Wait, what is it? I didn't see it. You was too quick. Come back.
Honey soy chicken chips.
Wow.
That's a thing. Why do you guys get all the cool fancy food stuff and we just get like the boring fat people food?
I don't know.
Yeah, I said it. I said fat people food because we are all about friggin' sugar and cholesterol out here.
Corn syrup.
Yeah, pretty much all the good stuff.
I mean, I was planning on like for the past couple of times, like I was on streams, I was planning on bringing the big New Yorker from Pizza Hut on the stream, but I don't know. Both times in a row, it's like, whoa, that's out of the blue. Guess we're doing it.
You know what's funny is
Wait,
when I'm on.
So you're gonna eat on the stream?
Yeah,
Well,
remember that? Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be pineapple. I mean, it wouldn't be pineapple, but like last time. But last time I did pizza, but I don't know.
Just make sure it's good pizza. No.
Well, when I'm on my other friend's channel, I'm known for always grabbing a snack.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, wait, I'm gonna go get some cheese, or I'm gonna go get a snack, and I'm always eating. Last time it was pie. I had a thing for pie for a week, so I was eating a lot of pie on the stream.
Well, it's like I've always made sure to like bring I've always usually brought a drink because, as a nod to the vodka stream, of course. But, every once in a while, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna throw a curveball and bring something. So, and I made a point, like I did a Little Caesars, and I made sure to do pineapple just to piss people off. And I don't know. And
Wait,
I will say, there's some folks in the chat that loved it, that actually says they actually called me a king for the night or something. So okay, you love it.
Wait, Dave, you got an issue with pie?
No. Proper streaming podcast etiquette is to not eat while you chat. That's all.
Yeah,
That's
as long as you mute your mic.
Yeah.
Wait, who's making these fraudulent rules up? Where first of all, I'm not camera, so it's not like you can hear me or see me eating.
No, it's that's
the it's the same people that say don't never end a sentence with a preposition.
No, because people don't want to hear the talk with food in your mouth. That's all,
Yeah.
Drinking is one thing, but food and you're like doing that. I mean,
They start sounding like Jeff Bridges.
Dave has no idea that sometimes I eat during the vodka stream.
Of course you do, but you're you can hear it, but you're better at it. You're not you don't have a big thing of food in your mouth when you're making points, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
No.
Yeah. As long as you don't sound like Jeff Bridges, you should be fine.
Exactly.
This in a cave. The parts of scraps.
It's a good impression. I like that.
It actually is a good impression. Excellent.
So,
Axel's munching on chips right now. We're sitting there talking about how it's not proper etiquette. I like my chips.
Yeah. Why say screw etiquette? Screw etiquette. Like a couple of shows ago, someone was asking, someone actually asked, after the live stream, someone posted in the comments, was Eric picking his nose? And I was like, look, guys, when you do on a monthly basis a show with a group of miscreants, at some point I don't give a crap.
You just pick your nose.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't. If I did, I wasn't paying attention.
See, and this is why, folks, I don't go on camera when everyone demands. Listen, I will eventually, just to surprise y'all, because it's a rare occurrence. But I choose not to, because if I have to pick my nose, I could do it without fear of having somebody clip it and use it against me later on.
Yeah, that could happen.
But I did fart on a stream once. It was embarrassing.
You did?
on Enosh's stream. So hold on, wait. I got a new microphone at the time. This microphone I got a new microphone.
It's too good. It hears everything.
I didn't know. I thought it wasn't gonna pick it up because it usually doesn't pick up the background sounds. And I guess it was like a little toot, and you could hear it was like burn. And then I was like, oh my god. And then people start laughing. They're like, wait, and Enosh's face, because he was in the middle of the most fire rant.
Oh my god!
And then I have the video on my channel. It was hilarious where he was gonna go on a rant, and then you hear rant, and then he's like, "Wait a minute!" You can see his face like, "Did somebody just?" And then everyone started laughing, and you can hear me deny. I turned into a video, and after the video, I'm going, "Yeah, it was me."
Yeah, well,
wow.
Listen, it snuck out. What was I supposed to do? I didn't even. It just kind of happened.
How does it sneak out?
Yeah, I mean, George Carlin has a whole set of jokes about this, so I don't know.
The one.
He said, "How does it sneak out?" It just did. It was kind of just like. I mean, listen. At least it was like a rant and a.
Yeah.
That would have been worse. That would have been. I would have been mortified. I would have quit.
That would have taken the stream down, probably.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is.
I would have quit. I would have quit YouTube and said, "I'm done, guys. Thank you for having me, but I passed gas and it was very disgusting, and I apologize."
It's like Jeffrey Tubin.
Well, as long as it powers an engine, I don't know. Who cares?
Wait, a fart powers an engine?
Natural gas, baby. Natural gas.
Unreal Engine.
Unreal. Yeah, you guys see that Superman one, the Superman Unreal Engine thing?
Yeah, I saw that. That was really cool.
Wait, what is it?
It's an Unreal Engine test game.
Yeah,
Superman game, and I'm like, dude, the amount of destruction I do.
But, I mean,
it can't be worse than. I was gonna say it can't be worse than Superman 64.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, with this new technology, like Unreal Engine in particular, with this kind of technology, allowing folks who are non-professional folks like to make things, make games, or make little animated movies, CGI movies that look good, that look kind of real. At this point, you're wondering, there's a lot that you can do nowadays for a low budget. By the way,
yeah. Well, definitely. Well, I even reached out to the dude that did it. I was hoping to get him on, but he didn't respond. But because he did like a whole follow up, and I was like, he's from like Greece, and
probably a Rachel Zegler fan or something.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And like, there's even like more stuff with like AI voices.
Dave's never
you guys talked in the vodka stream the other day about like the presidents doing gaming streams with the AI voices. That stuff is hilarious. There's like one about Spider-Man and Star Wars. I'm like, that is hilarious.
It's like I am not Morgan Freeman, but I just play one on Unreal Engine.
Whoa, Eric. That was actually really good.
Yeah. All right. Here's another one. I think I could do Sam Elliott. It's like, they say the spirit of the West is built on legends. This here's one of them.
What the heck?
Yeah, I try.
Eric, that's actually really good. You actually have talent for voice acting there. That's actually impressive.
Yeah, people have said that. I mean, when I was at USF, I did have a couple radio shows, so I did try to do those things. So there you go.
Wow, that like blew me away. I was like, wait a minute, that was a completely different voice.
It's like,
oh boy, look at that.
I'm the Joker. Yeah. That's all I can do.
I know somebody who does like the most ridiculous, realistic Joker. Like he could replace Mark Hamill as a Joker. It's so good.
What?
Yeah.
Blasphemy.
No. He actually has done some work. He's done projects for like the Batman Lego stuff. He's got videos on his channel of him actually doing official voice work, and I'm telling you, it sounds like Mark Hamill. And I'm like, wow, dude. Like since Mark isn't he retiring from the role?
Yeah, he said he expressed that he probably doesn't want to do it anymore because now Kevin Conroy is passed.
Yeah, because as far as he's concerned,
I understand why.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago, my sisters actually got Kevin Conroy to do like a cameo like video for my birthday, and I was like, oh, damn, that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's like
I saw him last year. He was at a fan expo, and I felt kind of bad for him though, because like I would expect his line to be a lot longer than it was. Maybe it was because I got there late, but like his line when I got there was empty, and I'm like, are people seriously does not know who Kevin Conroy? Like, are you serious? But he looked really tired, and I was like, oh, he looked really tired. You know.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
So good. So
yeah.
good.
Yeah, something like that.
That actually sounded really good.
Yeah, thank you. I tried. There's yeah. Well,
like the Suicide Squad game is gonna be his last performance. Which did you guys see the preview for that? Like the gameplay. I'm like, not really.
It doesn't look good at all. I'm not gonna lie.
It looks like Fortnite, and what's
it
that
does.
other game? Sunset Overdrive. It looks like that as well. I'm like,
it does look like Fortnite skins. Like the costume design looks like Fortnite skins. I was definitely, everyone's like, are you gonna get it? I'm like, no, definitely not.
It's that bad.
Definitely not.
I haven't watched. I haven't watched the gameplay. I haven't watched the gameplay.
It's not that good.
Mm.
It's just everyone's just floating around with a jetpack and shit. It's Boomerang has a gun for some reason. I'm like,
wow.
You know, a game was surprisingly fun. That was a Batman-esque game. What the heck is it called? It was like a no. It was like not a battle royale style game. It was kind of like you get to play teams of Jokers or teams of like the
Origins. That was a thing that happened.
No. It was like a shooter game where like you have teams and you fight each other in like you do team deathmatch. No, not Origins. Crap, I can't even think of the name. I used to play a lot of it. It was really fun. It was like a shoot 'em up game. Like I said, it's kind of like a Fortnite style game. No, it was a Fortnite style game. Damn it! Where you could be you could be Team Joker or the Team Batman, and you could create.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It just hit me.
Yeah, Origins.
Yeah, because like it was like no, it wasn't Origins. It was something else that had it was basically like you could be like Batman could be facing off with Shaggy from Scooby-Doo or something like that, right?
Well, yeah, there've been animated films of those kinds of crossovers with Kevin Conroy, by the way.
I gotta look it up now because it's gonna drive me crazy.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think that's
there was Scooby-Doo meets Batman animated films, and
Gotham City Imposters.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
That game got. Yeah, it was a game. It was like a shooting game where you like have two teams. You got, like I said, the Jokers and the Batman, and you can customize your characters, and then you just go in and your whole objective is to kill the other team. It was actually a really fun game, and I think it was like unfortunately didn't like hit as much as it should have because I thought I had a blast with that game. That game was so fun.
See, I was thinking about Multiverses, which is what people in the chat were saying. I was thinking of that.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, Multiverses.
AKA Mom.
Speaking of which, and that's a nice little segue. And Dave, if you have talked about this on the stream before, just stop me. But did you notice like I noticed that there were these news stories that were talking about it, about how David Ayer was telling everybody to stay cool. It's like let James Gunn do his thing for a bit, but things are happening. And it's like he's strongly letting on that Gunn is planning on releasing the Ayer cut, just not right this second. While he needs to kickstart his own universe, but then he's going to release it. I don't know. Did you?
They got to market the thing and announce it. I mean, they can't just release it, but like.
Yeah. Probably just release it. Yeah.
And people are probably going to say that David Ayer he's a traitor.
Yeah.
Well, my issue with that is like at this point with the Ayer cut, because it's been so long, right? It's gonna be so long. So if they don't do it anytime soon, I feel like they're not gonna do it because like the best time to do it would be now.
Yeah.
Honestly, the best time to do it would be now. So the longer they wait, the more I don't think it's gonna ever be released. Because like why release it later than sooner? It makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, like you've been talking about this a lot, Dave, that the best time to release it is in this big gap where there's no DC, where we're waiting for the next DC movie. Just give us something.
Right.
Well, there was that. Yeah. I'm trying to remember exactly what he tweeted out. He said, I spoke with him a while ago, all with patience. He has the right to put together his new universe before visiting the past. Cheer up. Good things are coming.
Good things.
He's a liar. No, I'm kidding.
Well, when I think he says good things are coming, I think he's talking about the movies that are coming. Because he's always been a champion. He's always been a champion of what James Gunn is doing, and
they're friends.
They're friends. Yeah, I mean, a conversation happened, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I mean, when it comes to the Ayer cut, it might be a Donner cut situation. It might be a little bit before that thing comes out, because it's not like when it came to the Snyder cut. I mean, there was that became so mainstream, and so
and there was a purpose behind it. Like people were actually there was like raising money for awareness. Like it was for Zack.
There was that, and not to mention, Justice League was so bad.
Yeah.
But, when it comes to Suicide Squad, it's like
it's watchable.
that movie made money. It made so
plus it's entertaining. It's watchable.
What?
Plus, it's entertaining. It's watchable. The Suicide Squad that we have.
Yeah, you can watch it, still be like, okay. It's not as ripped to shreds as obviously.
Although I will say, unlike the Donner cut, the Ayer cut, everything has been filmed. So.
True.
Yeah,
I mean, it wouldn't need that much more to do, but at the same time, it just and someone in the chat, it did win an Oscar. They definitely did. For best makeup and costume, and won the Oscar for it. So
has the MCU won an Oscar yet? I forget.
As what?
Has any of the MCU movies, have they won an Oscar yet? I don't know.
It's one, yeah, I think they won. I think there's been VFX or sound or something like that. They definitely. I think they have.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
Yeah.
I don't watch the Oscars. I only watch the Oscars when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock.
Yeah. Last Oscars I watched. Yeah, the last Oscars I watched was the 2019 one, and and I was like, I'm good. There you go.
I'm just shocked the Oscars are still a thing and people take it seriously. I'm at the point with the Oscars and like reward shows where I'm like, I don't believe anything that they say. I don't think anything won for best anything. I think they're just like, we're just gonna take a movie and just give it an award so that it can be award winning. And then
that's why I thought the slap like last year was like an act,
staged.
Oh yeah, everybody did.
Staged. Like when I saw that happen, I was like, is that real?
I mean, I will say though, this past year, the fact that there's a nice little rivalry as to who will win Best Actor. Will it be Austin Butler, or will it be Brendan Fraser
or Rachel Zegler?
Yeah, Rachel Zegler. Yeah, it's.
Never looked
actress.
Draga, why did I invite you on?
But Best Actor, like there's a stiff competition and they're fans of both, and then this hasn't happened for a while where people are excited about who's going to win this Oscar. So I think that might help, but I don't know.
Well, do you know why I hate the Oscars? I think it's full of crap. How long was it before Leo got like Leonardo DiCaprio definitely deserves a lot more awards, and it pisses me off every year where I'm like, some of the stuff he does, like, were you shaking your head? Really? Django Unchained.
Finish, and I'll put in my 2 cents. I'll put in my 2 cents.
I agree with you, man.
Django Unchained, like that when you found out that one of those scenes was 100% improvised, like he cut his hand open and he just went with it, and I'm like, that's a dedicated actor where he literally got hurt and he just pushed through the pain and the fact that he just cut open his hand and he's just like, I'm gonna smear blood. I mean, it wasn't really his blood, I heard, but I'm just gonna make this part of the scene, and it just made it better and more gruesome and more realistic. And I'm like, why hasn't Leo won more awards for his acting? Okay, I'm sorry.
Leo, it took like I said, like the 2019, it was either 2019 or the 2018 Oscars where Gary Oldman finally won his Oscar. And I've been at this a lot. Obviously, Amy still has not won her Oscar, and obviously the worst sin of that was 2016 where she wasn't even nominated for Arrival. Don't get me started about that. But apparently it was obligatory to nominate Meryl Streep, and apparently there wasn't a spot open.
Yeah, when it comes to these shows, these award shows, when it comes to Leo, going back to Leo, I'm like, all right, the times that he was nominated, there was just and this is what happens. There was just somebody that was a little better. And I hate the fact that Leo won for, what was it for?
The one where he's eaten by a bear, I think.
Yeah, what's it called? The what?
Revenant.
The Revenant.
The irrelevant.
And I'm just kind of going like, all right, this was probably, all right, all Leo did for that role was endure the elements. There was not really acting involved. There's just enduring the elements. And I'm like, he's done way better acting and he wins for this. And I'm like, there really wasn't enough competition for that. That's why I was shaking my head, Saggy. I was like, no, he's a great actor, but I'm like, man, he wins for this one because he just endured the elements, and that's about it. I thought Tom Hardy did a fantastic job, better acting job than Leo did in The Revenant, because he was like flat out, like just the way that he was. Like Leo was just Leo surviving the elements. That was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. Unless he was doing his own stunts.
Yeah, but I mean, like, stunts should be a part of it for sure. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
Leo
I mean, for me,
I feel like Leo just gets screwed over every time. It's like Leo's such a good actor.
Yeah, he gets screwed by 25 and younger. That's what happens.
Wow.
I think he's doing okay. I think he's doing okay.
Yeah.
You know?
But I agree. Yeah, like Leo being endlessly snubbed, Gary Oldman being endlessly snubbed, Amy being snubbed because apparently,
Who are we talking about?
Amy Adams, dude. What do you think?
I thought you meant Amy Schumer. I'm like, what?
Good God.
No.
You want to talk about Amy Schumer? Like, you want to talk about what sets me off about the Oscars is who they keep appointing like as their hosts, people who feel the need to, let's make it a political spiel. Like Amy Schumer was just the worst of it, like last year.
Listen,
so
she was the host last year? I don't even remember that.
Yeah, she was.
Amy Schumer wanted to cite somebody else.
Didn't you dress up as Spider-Man or something?
Yeah,
Amy
something like that happened.
Was funny when she did those Comedy Central roasts. Okay, she was funny there, but as a comedian, as an actor, no, no.
As far as Comedy Central stuff, didn't she steal a lot of her material?
Oh yeah, she's been accused of joke stealing for a bit. Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, Amy Schumer when she first started, I thought she was funny. But she just eventually it got to the point where I'm like, all right, you're not funny.
She became the female version.
That film she did with John Cena, apparently, like that was good. But then after that, she hasn't done a good one ever since.
No.
I just don't think she's funny really at all. I think she was funny. She's funny when she's roasting somebody, but telling regular jokes is not the same. Like I'm funny at roasting people. Like I can it's easy to smack talk someone, and that's funny. But it's also the expense of somebody else that you're roasting. But when it comes to like telling a joke, it's like she went from being like, making insults to people that were hilarious to like a knock joke. Like, bro, wait, what? Like your jokes? She's just I can't stand her. I think she's a very I don't know how she has a career.
Meanwhile, Ricky Gervais, Dave Chappelle, those are actually funny. Or like Joan Rivers back when may she rest in peace.
Yeah, I know. And then this year it's going to be Kimmel again, apparently. Yeah.
Oh, again?
It's going to be Kimmel again. And I mean, he's funny, but then sometimes he's not. I mean, I always try to be like, hey, man, remember those Man Show? Remember those Man Show years? Please go back to doing that. But he's not going to do that anymore.
If you want, you want to actually do it instead of make everyone roll their eyes at Jimmy Kimmel. Bring on Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla.
Adam Carolla, anytime that Jimmy Kimmel has hosted, and even this year, Adam Carolla helps write the jokes.
Yeah, bring them both on. Have them play off each other.
They won't do that.
Yeah, it's like good cop, bad cop.
Carolla pushes the envelope on things that the mainstream hates.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Kimmel can come on and just make political spiels on the Oscar stage all he likes. Apparently, that's okay.
Yeah.
And they wonder why the ratings plummet. The ratings started plummeting when they start bringing on Kimmel, and is like, seriously, no, I don't want to have anything to do with this.
Yeah, It's all bad.
Dave, I have an important question for you.
Oh boy.
This might be a big factor of our friendship.
Oh,
Have you seen Arcane?
Huh? Have you seen Our King?
Arcane.
No,
Arcane.
show. It's a Netflix show.
No, I have not.
You need to see Arcane.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a really good animation based on League of Legends, and you don't have to play the game to understand the story. It's really good.
Is it anime? Is it anime?
It's technically not anime. It's not.
It's
It's
like
animation. It's like it's animation. Listen, you guys say he doesn't want. Why don't you watch anime?
I don't know. I just can't get into it that much.
Yeah, I can't get into it either. That's
I mean,
okay.
it depends
Okay.
on the anime for me. I mean,
Wait.
I love Cowboy Bebop, and I love Go-Go 13, that sort of thing. I love the noirish ones, but yeah.
Okay, all right. I have an anime that I know you will like because it's anime, but it's also in your realm of what you would like. You should probably watch the anime X-Men movie. It's actually pretty good, and it's X-Men, and it's an anime style, and it's in
I don't
English.
mind the style. I like the style. Some of that stuff, like you trying to capture that on like actual film is like really difficult. Like some of the way that shit moves and like some of the animation style is pretty impressive. I just sometimes can't get into like some of the stories and like the diehard anime stuff, like your Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff. I'm like,
Don't get me started about Dragon Ball Z.
Well, see,
JoJo,
the thing with people who say I can't get into anime, it's because you haven't found the genre for you. Because there's a ton of different genres of anime. Anime is just what the animation style is. It's just you guys haven't found an actual genre that suits you. I think Dave, because he's into superhero stuff, and I know Eric clearly watches some anime, but like I think My Hero Academia would be up Dave's alley because it's about superheroes.
Yeah, My Hero Academia and One Punch Man.
Oh, Dave would love One Punch Man because it's hilarious, but it's also so. I'll just tell you the concept and see if you're interested, Dave. So One Punch Man's about a story of this guy.
Yeah. I just haven't watched it yet. Yeah, I've already.
You haven't watched it? Oh, you've
No.
heard of it? You gotta watch One Punch Man.
I know.
Yeah.
You would love it because it's hilarious. Because it's literally like the concept of a superhero who literally one punches his enemies and hates his life out. He's like, I wanted to grow up to be a superhero, but now I don't have a challenge. And I'm too strong.
Because with One Punch he takes out any bad guy. So basically, in the first episode, he's just bored. He's like, okay, fine, yes, I'll fight these bad guys. It's going to be no challenge. Oh, just another day, whatever. I'm just bored.
Yeah, and it's starting off. It's not a long series. Like the first season's not long, and I think you could really get into One Punch Man because it seems like an anime that's right up your style. Because it has comedy and it's a superhero story, and he's basically Superman without any limitations.
Yeah, it's entertaining. I'll tell you that. Yeah, because like I was turned off from anime because like obviously there was Dragon Ball Z, and everything about Dragon Ball Z. I was like, no, like spiky hair, like the rough animation, no. But then like there's a friend of mine at USF that showed me a whole bunch of them that were actually like, wow, this is pretty solid. Yeah. That said, the whole giant robots genre that you're inside, okay, like I saw Pacific Rim. I don't need to see anymore.
I only like Pacific Rim because it definitely had a lot of elements from anime. Axel and Dave suspiciously turned their cameras off at the same time. That's really sus. What are they doing?
I'm guessing they were turned off.
I mean, I don't know. I think that's really sus that Axel and Dave just disappeared at the same time. I don't know. I'm getting a little okay, Dave. Oh, they come back at the same time too. That's so weird.
Yeah. The Twilight Zone.
Hey, I don't know what this guy was doing, but I was peeing. All right, I'm just saying.
Was Axel in there holding it for you?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes, I sent him a video of me peeing. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's into that.
We all remember when you stood, because like there's that, you have that sound effect of the unzipping, and we all remember when you stood up and the camera just stood right there when you did the zip.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't think anybody else remembers, but okay.
All I know is your camera went off, and then Axel's camera went off, and then you came back, and he came back, and it was like, okay, that was not suspicious at all.
Yeah, see, look at
That's
the
what
smile
happens
on
when
his
you talk
face.
about
Look at the
anime.
smile on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
Oh my goodness, I'm dying. He's like, look at the smile on his face. I don't know what happened in that bathroom, Dave, but Axel came back with a smile.
yeah. I will say though, if we're talking about mechas, though, I will say though, despite all of that, despite my being sick to death of all these mecha animes, I said I was playing Fallout 4, Fallout 3, Liberty Prime. Mwah!
I'm freaking crying. I'm sorry, Eric. I'm still laughing at that. Give
Yeah,
me
I got you.
I get giggle fits, and it takes me.
Yeah, you're fine.
And
But
I
yeah,
love how
Liberty
Axel's just
Prime.
eating his chips nonchalantly like that. Didn't just happen.
Okay, you know what? That's
Look
it.
Look at him.
I know I've spoiled it, but you know what? I am absolutely just going to get the big New Yorker for next time. That I am so doing it just to underline that, because if it works, if it works when Axel's doing it, it worked when I did it, but it was because I was doing pineapple just to troll everybody. But this time, yeah.
Anytime Dave turns off his camera and Axel turns off his camera, guys, be very suspicious.
Apparently.
Oh my word!
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
my
my
word.
stomach. This is why I love being here. I laugh the most when I'm on this
Yeah,
channel.
and we love you being here.
Oh, I appreciate that. I told Dave, I said, I'm a Patreon. I totally lied, guys. I totally lied. I'm a member. I lied about the Patreon. I don't got
I needed
Patreon
some
money like that.
reinforcements. That's all. I needed some reinforcements.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, to deal with Axel eating chips, I understand. You gotta
Need back up here.
Oh,
You back
brother.
up. Axel got the chips out.
Urine.
It's a cold red.
Oh, it's like 3 months away for the Flash movie. I can't. I'm sorry. I know. I can't wait. I want it now. Like, what the? I can't.
Yeah, honestly, it's been long enough since that movie's been in development. We've
Yeah,
seen
way too
shit
long.
happen. We've seen leaks. We've seen reshoots. We've seen.
What?
And I just gotta say, look, I've been saying that. Look, there is no reason. Like, why would you cut the any Ben Affleck stuff at the end of this or in Aquaman or whatever? Because if you're going to move on to a new universe, just bring them on. Just have some closure. Like, don't set up anything.
But
like,
it wouldn't be closure if they did that. If it would.
Yeah, I know, but just have them go.
Closure. That's the thing.
Yeah, but just have them walk through the thing. It's much like how at the very end of a Justice League Unlimited, where like the heroes are like they're just running and they're doing their dramatic exit. But yeah, something like that. I don't know.
I'm just wondering what the hell Aquaman's gonna be, because it's coming out after the Flash, and I'm like, well, where is it gonna fit in? Because I don't
He's
know.
gonna transform into Lobo at the end.
I mean, what
he's
else?
Gonna, he's gonna do? It's gonna be like the end of Venom too. He's gonna transform into into Lobo.
But like, are they gonna? Because I don't know. I heard people say that it's like not connected to the Flash, and I'm like, but how could you not connect it to the Flash? It's coming after the Flash, so why?
And seriously, look, this is what I've been saying. Look, Aquaman 2 builds off of what was set up in Aquaman 1. Aquaman 1 plays off of fighting Steppenwolf. It plays off of Justice League, especially Zack Snyder's Justice League, with the whole him and Willem Dafoe. So there is no reason to cut the Ben Affleck stuff. So they better not have.
No, they probably. I mean, that's why I'm confused, because I just don't know.
And apparently, Willem Dafoe's not even in the second Aquaman movie. Is that right?
Really?
Yeah.
Who's not in? Who's not?
Willem Dafoe.
Oh yeah, I don't think he actually is in it.
Yeah, I'm like, what happened to him? Did he die off screen?
Was he supposed to be in it?
Well, I mean,
dude, that's a good question right there. I'm like, fucking A. Well, that's right. Willem Dafoe.
Right.
Did he? Did he? Fucking A. I'm trying to remember. Did he die in the first one? He didn't.
No, he didn't die. No, they're all good.
No. Huh. So that's going to be interesting to see why he's not there.
Imagine having Amber Heard and not
right now too.
Imagine having Amber Heard and not Willem Dafoe.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Talk about a weird thing. Like, you're gonna have
we need
Amber Heard but not William.
Movie.
Yeah.
Maybe Pitbull to save this movie.
I just can't wait.
If they're going to try to make Aquaman 2 fit into the new rebooted universe, I'm sorry, but like I said, it builds off of the first one, which builds off of Justice League. It's in the old universe. If you're
gonna see Aquaman, and you're gonna see Jason Momoa with like younger actors, and he's gonna.
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think that they're moving forward. I don't think. I don't think Aquaman's gonna be moving forward.
They're gonna go.
I don't know why.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah,
Chris
James Wan himself made it clear as to, like, people asked him, like, are you going to make a third one? He says, no. I always tell the story I wanted to tell with 2 movies. Saw 1, Saw 2, and I was done. I always tell the story I want to tell with 2 movies, and then I'm done. I never try to do a trilogy. So it's like, okay, so if he finished his story, then fine, you have closure right there.
Yeah.
No, yeah, there's definitely not going to be. I think just like the struggle right now is the fact that there's still 4 movies coming out this year. So that was always like, you got old and new coming out this year.
And like half of them were meant to like come out last year. So
yeah, well, I mean, I think that Blue Beetle could still fit into the new universe, but because it's a new character and it's young and it's like, okay, that could still fit. But everything else, I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. I mean, like Shazam. Done after this for sure. The Flash, I mean, that's up in the air. That's very much up in the air because the movie is probably going to get a lot of praise. Even the fact that Gunn keeps on saying how much he loves it. He hasn't said that about any of these other movies.
I don't think he even mentioned Shazam or anything.
Yeah.
He never even mentioned Black Adam when that came out, even though his wife.
Wow, yeah. And I feel like maybe a reason that he hasn't said anything much about Aquaman is because of the whole, like, now Momoa is playing Lobo, so we kind of want to move on from that.
I think that's what's going to end up happening.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it will.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just going to be interesting when we get to the end of the year. I mean, I think Aquaman 2 is just doomed. I think it sucks because, and some people even ask me, like, do you think they'll shelve it like Batgirl? Like, no, because it's costs more. It's coming off a $1 billion movie. There's no way that they're gonna just scrap it. So
and like I said, if it's the end of James Wan's story, the story that he wanted to tell with Aquaman, these characters, then it's the end of the story. Then it's I say, well, okay, that's acceptable. Then it's acceptable as closure for Aquaman. So I'm fine with that. I mean, now Flash is the thing, though. It's just Flash is like, what is it leading into now? I mean, are they constantly changing endings? That's the issue, though. That's the one I'm worried about.
Yeah, that's what's going to be interesting. I mean, are they going to move forward are they going to keep Ezra? I don't know.
I'm telling you, they probably will if Ezra, if this movie performs well.
Yeah.
And like, what's going to happen with Supergirl? Like, if she's well liked, are they going to?
They're gonna bring back Rachel Zegler.
You know what? Rachel Zegler
is like how Bryce Randolph doesn't like Jessica Chastain.
Yeah. By the way, Sasha Calle is Supergirl. Rachel Zegler is some girl in Shazam too.
Yeah, but it was revealed in the interviews that Rachel Zegler tried to audition for Supergirl. And they passed on her, but then went with Shazam. So that's why I made the joke right now, because still fresh. She's still fresh. I mean, it's fine. I get it.
Dave's a little salty. It's okay. We get it.
It would be fun. It would be funny though, because like the fact that Gunn said that he's focusing on Supergirl, like Woman of Tomorrow, which would give a completely different origin story than what she gets in Flash. So it kind of makes you wonder who, for all we know, maybe Rachel Zegler will be the Supergirl in the new universe.
I hope not. Don't do that today.
I don't know.
I really hope
it'll be like a boycott Woman of Tomorrow.
Dave would be livid. I can already hear Dave.
I would not be livid. I would just go, there are better actresses out there. Just saying. Yeah.
Agreed.
I'd be livid for Dave. I'd wake up and be like, damn it, Rachel Zegler.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, okay, you're going to cast her as Snow White, then you're going to cast her as Supergirl? I don't think so.
No,
okay.
There's no way that's going to happen. No.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting
hope
if they don't go with Sasha. It's like, all right, who are they going to cast? You can't do blonde hair, blue eyed. Probably people probably get pissed
unless
off.
it's Jennifer Holland, of course.
Unless it's
Hey,
who?
why can't you do it?
Jennifer Holland.
Oh no,
relax.
they would not cast her as Supergirl. Fuck that.
Yeah, yeah, they'd be more likely to cast her as like Black Canary, like I've been saying. She'd be a great Black Canary, honestly. Like the way she played, like her character, like Anisha Harcourt. Yeah.
No, they won't do that either because once you've already cast like somebody of color, you cannot put a white person in there now. That's the thing. You just can't. That's what I was saying, Taggy. You already have a Supergirl cinematically, and she's Latina, so you can't go to blonde hair, blue eye, or you're gonna get a whole bunch of fucking.
Which, by the way, makes it so funny, by the way, because I've been seeing, even in the SnyderVerse community, people were like defending this sort of thing as like, well, and it's the same old argument of, well, look, if you have, it would be, well, because the question always is, look, you guys are always against whitewashing, but you're perfectly okay with this. Oh, well, but it's different because, it's an important part of their character. It's like, that argument is not as stable as you'd think.
No.
Here's the thing about whitewashing, because I remember all the controversies around certain properties, like Scarlett Johansson Goes to the Shell, and it's like, listen, I get the outrage, right? Like, but let's be real.
It's a robot.
Well, it's not even the robot aspect, because first of all, not the whole point of Ghost of the Shell, like, was to tell a good story, but the general audience, they always think of the general audience in mind because they already know the anime fans of Ghost of the Shell. The fans of anime and Ghost of the Shell are going to go watch Ghost of the Shell, right? Because it's live action. The reason why they got Scarlett Johansson, though, is because they needed a big name for the general audience to be interested in. And who better in this role than the actress who played Black Widow in the Marvel universe? So they needed a big name to attach to it. So they casted her, and I wasn't mad at it.
I understand the logic in that, and I used to like defend that too, but that is slowly becoming not the thing. The thing is like especially when you look at, let's look at last year, DC Super Pets, Black Adam, arguably one of the biggest movie stars there, did not drive an audience. It's no longer. I used to defend that too, and I'm sure that's exactly what the executives were thinking. But the fact of the matter is, these studios need to realize you just have to tell good fucking stories and have a good fucking movie or something like that. You can't just resort it used to be a thing like back in the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Oh, you got to go see the new Robert De Niro film. You got to get, there was names on the marquee.
It's it's
no longer like that. It's not like that anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I'll always go back to when Hugh Jackman was cast as Wolverine. Nobody knew who he was. Like, he was just a stage actor, and now he's everywhere. So,
right. But that's what I mean. That was the agenda, and like I said, it wasn't like they were trying to whitewash. It was they needed an A-list celebrity to attach to it in hopes that it would get more people in the seats. And I get that, but that's also, like Dave said, it's a problem. Is like the problem is like, why aren't you casting people that properly represent these characters to get them to that A-list status, to get them their name out there? And then complain, well, there's not enough Asian actors out there that would have been best for the role. Well, I don't know. Why don't you just, cast an Asian actor who auditioned that was good enough in the audition, instead of just thinking, like Dave said, with we need the A-list celebrity. Like Dave said, you just tell a good story and have a good actor with good direction, and you can do that.
Yeah. Plus, and here's the thing that a lot of people a lot of those people who are complaining about ScarJo, they got to keep in mind, just because the series was made in Japan doesn't automatically mean that all the characters are supposed to be Japanese.
She was Japanese. Her last name was Japanese.
True. But here's the example that I would bring up. Cowboy Bebop. They did a live-action Cowboy Bebop. The main lead, the character's name is Spike Spiegel. The character is supposed to be Jewish. And they cast John Cho as the role. Now, in the show, in the live action show, they established that Spike Spiegel is like his cover name. It's the name he's going by now, so that's understandable. But it is a major change in the show. So if people want to talk about how, oh well, the race is a part. It's a part of the character. Well, in this case, it is. It's his name.
It's always wishy-washy. Anytime that they, switch the race, I go, make it make sense. In times they do, but sometimes you could just go, all right, they're not making it make sense. This is just all for brownie points.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that. And then of course, there's always that. Why does Hollywood hate redheads so much? Almost.
Yeah.
They keep on all the redheaded characters.
Yeah.
All the redhead characters.
That's true. Every redhead character becomes a black person.
Yeah. Little Mermaid. Yeah, Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
Yeah, they're just
like, I don't understand why they just make redheads black people all of a sudden. Like,
redheads.
Yeah, what's your name?
Redheads more
Starfire.
Starfire. Yeah, Starfire was like a.
They kept the red hair.
Yeah, they kept the red hair, but it's like. But what's also worth noting is that one of the original models for the original character of Starfire was this Brazilian supermodel or something. So it's like, look, you want representation, you could have cast a Latina.
I mean, for the record, Starfire is orange and an alien.
Yeah, I know, exactly. But as far as, like the bronze skin and all that, the model of her was a Brazilian girl, Brazilian supermodel.
I just think that's funny. That is so true. Every redhead character just becomes a black person.
They're like we can't take the big time whiteys and put them on screen. They're glowing. we gotta switch it up. Sorry, guys.
I mean, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Who will Pamela Isley be?
Oh yeah.
I just want to say, there's not enough outrage for the lack of ginger representation.
Seriously. And whenever there is, it's kind of laughed at as a meme.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you could totally criticize that.
Yeah. You want to talk about minorities. You want to talk about representation.
It's not looked at like that.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It is interesting.
Yeah, that is funny because I remember that too. Like they did that with the Little Mermaid, all the characters. They even did it in Supergirl. They made Superman's friend who was a redhead into a black guy, and I'm just like, wait a minute, why?
Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen was freaking ginger and black too.
But the funny thing is, while we're on the subject of, we were talking about how like the whitewashing was, is Scarlett Johansson was an A-lister. Well, in the same way, by contrast, Lawrence Fishburne as Perry White. Well, it's Lawrence Fishburne. As far as I'm concerned, if Lawrence Fishburne wants to be in your movie, you put him in your movie, period.
Nobody had an issue with even that.
Yeah, no one did. No one did.
Maybe because he wasn't a redhead.
Probably.
Yeah. Honestly, aside skin color aside, he is Perry White. Yeah. Seriously.
He was great. No, he was great. I mean,
the news. Water.
Oh.
Wet. Water. Wet. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
wet.
News.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. Like, when they recast, or if they do recast Supergirl, like, who are they going to go with? I just know now. Like, you already set I could already see the Rolling Stone HuffPo, articles like they replaced Supergirl, like a Latina Supergirl, with a white, blonde hair. There's no way that they're going to be doing that. There's just no way. You've already set that, and I'm like, I don't really care. I'm just like, cool. Finally, they made her Latina. That's good. Hard. I'm like,
they
cool.
felt seen.
Yeah, now, right? Because it's always just like black and white. It's always black and white. It's like, hey, there's people in between. That's why I like the fact that, hey, look at all the everything everywhere all at once. Nominations that are happening, and it's like all that's happening, but then there's still people that are going, well, wait a minute, and then they have to like stop, like, no, hey, come on, let's relax. You're not going to say Oscar's so white, are you? No, you're not, because of all the Asian representation. You can't do that this time, Jada. But
shots fired. Yeah. Shots fired.
Screw. I can't stand her. Fuck that bitch. I'm just saying. All right.
Keep my wife's name.
Dude,
my wife's name.
Will Smith just needs to divorce her and just move the fuck on.
Yeah,
man.
aren't they swingers? That's what I.
Yeah, I think so. Something. There's, I mean,
Yeah,
she
they're
cheated on
open.
him, and she publicly fucking told him that and put him on the spot. She's evil. I'm glad that Chris Rock went after her that one time.
She should play.
I mean,
she should play Lex
yeah.
Luthor.
I've seen some videos out there, and she just doesn't seem pleasant.
She's a fucking see you next freaking Tuesday, man. Come on.
Whoa!
Oh yeah.
Dude said the bad word, which is
I did not say the bad
native.
word.
Okay.
Yeah,
no,
yeah. It's a word that
Axel!
We say that word all the time.
I know.
I
yeah,
know. That's what I was
that
gonna
as
say,
we say-
Axel.
Yeah. I know Australians say that just like normally.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, you cunt?
Yeah.
You know
I didn't
what's
know if
funny?
I was allowed to say that on the stream.
I mean,
you're
so
welcome.
here's the
I
thing.
get it.
You know what's funny is, technically speaking, and I don't know why, but it does break terms of services because there was an Australian YouTuber who had got his channel demonetized for saying it too much, and I thought that was kind of crazy because I'm like, that's messed up because like that's different in other parts of the world, and I felt kind of bad for the person. I was like, dang, that sucks that your whole channel got demonetized because you said the C word too many times, but you know. It's a native thing. It's people say it in the UK and Australia a lot.
It's fine.
Fuck yeah.
Especially Wanka. Wanka is my favorite one. Yo, Wanka.
Yeah.
I can't say it right. Axel, help me. How do you say Wanka?
Oh, yeah, wanker or something. I don't know. I don't say that.
No, that's more of like a European thing.
That sounds more British to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've heard Australians say it.
It's
I
like
don't like
not
some people
every. Yeah, it's like not every Canadian goes eh.
Yeah.
Listen, my Australian friend called me a wanker all the time, and I thought that was his Australian thing, but maybe he was just trolling me. Yeah, I know he called me a wanker. That's where I first heard it. It's from an Australian. He's like, you're fucking wanker, and I was like, what the fuck is that? I didn't know what it was. I was like, you're saying that I wank? I'm a girl. Like,
that makes no sense.
I don't get it. I don't have the
Not in
part.
this country. Yeah.
Madness.
Absolute madness. All right, guys, let's go ahead and end this right now. This was fun, as per usual. Like I said, we'll do it on a Saturday next time. It was just like things. It was the Chris Rock. I blame Chris Rock. I wanted to watch the thing last night.
And Rachel Zegler.
But we'll But I thank you guys for doing this. Thank you, thank you to Phil. Thank you to Brian for showing up, and thank you to you guys, Axel, Jaggy, and of course Eric for joining in. And I don't know if you guys have anything to promote. Go ahead, Axel.
You can find me at Droga52 on YouTube. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers. Eric.
Well, I don't know if this would call like a relevant announcement, but I did recently buy 4 shares of Disney stock, and I'll be taking part in the shareholder meeting at the beginning of April. So there's that.
Oh.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe next time I'll give a report as to what happened right there. But I'm sure there'll be a lot of news segments on it anyway. But you can find me on Twitter at Hardboiled Films. You can find me on YouTube at Hardboiled Entertainment. And I'm putting my toe in the pool as far as editing is concerned. So if anyone has some editing they want to do, just give me a DM, and I'll send you my rates if anyone's interested.
Nice.
Saggy?
Yes.
You have anything to promote?
I know. Well, I mean, she was on the stream on Friday, so she probably, that's what Saggy Melon.
Hi, you guys know where to find me, and if you don't, I don't know what channel you've been watching because I'm here way too often. So if you don't know where to find me, I don't blame you. Don't find me. I'm hiding.
Okay. All right.
Saggy Melons with a Z. All right, everybody. Like I said, appreciate it. Thank you for the added support when it comes to the Patreon and do all that. Follow me on the Sock Man. Hit that like, thumbs up, everything. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.